quite nauseous. We're going to try and see if we can get through this today, but I would ask the court that if we need to take a sudden break, that the court permit that and maybe instruct the jury that we might have to take sudden breaks for the health issue.
Okay, and you just let us know somehow that that's happening, and we'll take a break. Any comment from the state at all on that?
Not on that topic, no.
Let me ask, what state have some topic to bring before we bring the jury in?
We are in the middle of Mr. Pedrin's testimony, and we have not discussed his testimony with him because we're in the middle of his cross-examination. When we last broke, there were some recordings that were going to be played for Mr. Pedrin, and they're small snippets of very long calls. And so what I would ask the court to do is, if Mr. Pedrin's brought in, before the jury's brought in, to tell him that he has the ability, if he doesn't recognize the context of that call, to at least request to hear more of it. I didn't tell him that, I didn't instruct him that, because I want to be very careful about the fact that we're in the middle of testimony. But I think it's fair, if they're only going to play 50 seconds, that he knows that there's the ability to listen to more if he doesn't know what the discussion was about.
Judge, I mean, I assume that the state has every ability to address that on redirect. My intention would be is if he denies saying what he said on these recordings, to play the portion of the call. Obviously, if the state wants to go through the rest of the call, we can, but they are quite lengthy calls, and there are many of them.
Are you intending to play all the different bits that you want to refresh his recollection on?
I'm going to ask him if he said it or not, and if he denies it, then we'll play it.
All right. Can we do this a little bit as we bring him in, swear him in, have you ask the questions before we bring the jury in? If he's saying, I don't remember this, or I don't recall, then we play all the various parts, and then we bring the jury in?
I wasn't planning on starting with that today, Judge. I guess we can get to it when we get to it. But
so where are we not doing that refreshing recollection then for that we ended on?
No, I'm gonna plug that in elsewhere.
Okay. All right. So I'm not here to do the job of the attorneys, I understand, but I am here to try to keep this case going. We've had a delay here that was unexpected. That's how it is. I am going to say to him, if he doesn't understand if he wants to listen to more, he's allowed to do that. But that's if he expresses, I don't know where that is during that time of refresh. I don't know when that happened or when something. I am not going to say that to him, but if he expresses that, I'm going to ask you to play more.
I'm going to start with the transcripts because I think that's much easier.
Yeah, if you have the transcripts, but you might be in a position where he says, I don't know what this is about.
Would the court allow me to at least have that discussion with him and tell him he has the ability, if he doesn't remember the context, to ask to hear more? Can I at least say that to him?
We are going to extend this trial forever if this keeps going. So we're going to just go ahead and do it. I appreciate the fact you haven't talked to him. If it's clear he doesn't even understand the context, I'll ask for it to be played more. Because I don't think that's fair. I'm not trying to sabotage him. I'm just trying to give so we can move things along. I understand what the request is, but let's see if we can just move it along and see if that happens. If it's a problem, we'll stop and we'll have him listen to more of it then. All right. Anything else from the state?
No.
Anything further from defense?
So, Your Honor.
All right. Why don't we bring the jury in? We'll swear Mr. Pedrin, and we'll go from there. All right. Let's bring the jury in. Everybody may be seated. Morning, everybody. Thank you for being here again so promptly on time. We're going to start a couple minutes early. As you know, we had to take a break yesterday for a medical reason. Maybe I didn't explain that yesterday, but because of that, if during this trial we take sudden breaks, there might be a need for that. And, you know, somebody needs it, they'll need it at that point. I expect a Brewer shirt tomorrow then. Just kidding.
Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow, Judge, I'm not going to be here.
Come on Saturday. I'm sorry. I do like them, but yeah.
I gave up on baseball when they went out on strike.
Okay. Sorry.
Not alone.
Sorry about that. I made a joke and I should have probably been careful about it. Okay. With that, we're going to recall Mr. Pedrin. We're going to re-swear him. It's been a couple days, so. And we're going to have to, Mr. Pedrin, since it's been a couple days, we're going to have you be re-sworn and we'll go from there, okay?
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right.
I get 202. All right. Mr. Pedrin, early on in this investigation, you were asked by investigators whether or not you had ever punched or kicked Alex. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Your Honor, may I approach with Exhibit 202?
You don't have to ask to approach. Just go ahead and do that.
Pedrin, I'm showing you Exhibit number 202, page 43, line 1967. Why don't you read those two lines yourself, please? Is your recollection refreshed, sir?
Yes.
And you recall investigators asking you, was there any time that you punched or kicked him, and your response was, no, I don't think so?
Correct.
You weren't able to determine whether or not, your answer was, I don't think so, correct, Mr. Pedrin?
Correct.
You weren't able to answer that question with a simple no at that time, is that correct?
Correct.
Do you recall Mr. Pedrin being asked in that same interview whether or not you ever punched, kicked, or hit Alexavier outside of normal discipline like a spanking?
Was I asked that?
Do you recall being asked that?
Yes.
And do you recall and Mr. Pedrin, your statement was you began to describe this incident that happened in the car. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you, in fact, the language that you used was that you flew off the handle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Let's get, I believe this is State's Exhibit 5, and I'm going to struggle with the file name here. Ms. Root. Is it? Release 6527. Can we get the Elmo?
Indeed.
All right, Your Honor, permission to publish.
I think this has been published, but go ahead.
Okay, let's go and play it.
Alex? What? What? You're gonna puke because you won't fucking calm down. Fucking stop now. Dude, do you just like getting your fucking ass beat? Then just stay in your goddamn seat. I will see you when I get home.
Money. It never was done. Mom.
Do you got it? I'll call you in a little bit.
Hour?
Sit. Dude, I'm gonna fucking lose it with you.
Mom, can I buy toys for my money? Just go when you want Mommy, my pants are wet.
Nice, you pee? Here. Settle down.
Let him hold it.
Alex? Just hurry. Fucking quit crying. You will see me in a little bit.
Mom, can I buy toys with my money?
Yes.
Mom, can I buy money?
Thank you. Need the lights, please. Mr. Pedrin, that was your voice. I'm talking to Alexavier.
Yes.
And this is the incident where you admitted to law enforcement that you disciplined Alex or flew off the handle beyond a normal spanking, correct?
I didn't discipline him.
Well, that was just what you testified to, that what you told law enforcement was that, was there ever...
Put him in his car, or in his seat, and buckled him.
Your response to law enforcement, Mr. Pedrin, on February 21st, the question was, quote, did you ever punch, hit, kick Alex outside of normal discipline for like a spanking? And your response was, quote, yeah, there was one time I flew off the handle a little bit, but that was the last time and it was a long time ago, end quote. Did I read that correctly, sir?
Yes.
That was your response that was your response to the question of whether or not you disciplined him more than just a spanking, correct?
Correct.
And Mr. Pedrin, that's your voice screaming at your 6-year-old boy, do you just like getting your fucking ass beat?
Yes.
It certainly implies that Alex knows what that feels like, correct?
No, he doesn't.
You're asking him if he just likes getting his fucking ass beat.
Yes.
And to be clear, Alex doesn't like getting his fucking ass beat.
No kid does.
And you're telling Alex you're gonna fucking lose it in this video, is that correct?
Yes.
You can hear the sounds of the slap in the backseat.
There was no slap.
There was no slap, Mr. Pedrin.
No slap.
What was the slapping sound?
There was no slap. There was a bunch of kids in the car playing around.
And you can hear the sound of Alex crying, can't you?
Yes, he was crying.
And in fact, you're telling him to stop fucking crying.
Yes.
And you can hear the sounds of somebody coughing, correct?
Yes.
That was Alex, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Well, you're telling him that he's going to fucking puke if he doesn't stop coughing.
Crying.
Crying. Do you agree, Mr. Pedrin, that you were completely out of control in this video?
Wasn't out of control. I was upset.
You're saying that that behavior with your son was acceptable?
No.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, the other kids in the car don't appear to react at all, do they?
No.
Because this sort of thing happened all the time.
No.
You're saying that you were behaving like that with Alex for the one and only time, and the other kids just went on playing like it was every other day?
Yes. He was upset. He didn't want to go to school with Josie.
Mr. Pedrin, I'm asking you whether or not the other kids just went on with their day and didn't notice what was happening with Alex.
They did.
You didn't know that Josie was recording this video of you, did you?
No.
You testified on direct that, or you were asked on direct whether or not Josie had ever told you that she had videos of you abusing Alex on an SD card. Do you recall answering that question?
Yes.
And your response there was that that conversation never happened. Is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. I believe you may have said I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't remember what he said. Ask him if he recalls it.
Mr. Pedrin, do you recall being asked that by the state on direct examination?
I do not.
And Mr. Pedrin, let me ask you here, do you recall a conversation with Ms. Dikeman about whether or not there were videos of you abusing Alex on an SD card?
I do not.
Mr. Pedrin, would seeing a copy of a text exchange with Ms. Dikeman refresh your recollection?
Possibly.
Give Exhibit 210 a read.
I still don't remember this conversation.
Then, Your Honor, I move to admit Exhibit 210 as a recorded recollection.
Judge, I think we still need to limit what is presented.
I'll receive it because it was reviewed. It's a recorded recollection of whatever he said.
Okay.
Still hearsay.
But the other parts are hearsay. I'm going to allow you to ask the next question. Go ahead.
All right. Mr. Pedrin, what you read in this was that Ms. Dikeman repeatedly confronted you about videos she said she had on an SD card of you beating Alexavier.
Objection, Your Honor, I think that's far, but.
Sustained. Sustained.
Mr. Pedrin, you never...
To be excluded, please do disregard. Go ahead.
Mr. Pedrin, you never once denied the allegation that videos of you abusing Alexavier existed.
I object to that, Your Honor. I think that's vague to say never.
Overruled. It's specifically about this exchange.
In that exchange, no.
There were multiple messages in this exchange, correct?
Yes.
And I counted at least 5 times where you were accused of being recorded on those videos in this.
Objection, hearsay.
Judge, let me approach.
No, just move forward. Sustain, go forward.
When you were confronted over the prospect that you were recorded on video abusing Alexavier in this entire text exchange, you never once denied that?
No.
Offer 210, Judge.
Okay, I'll be received.
In fact, Mr. Pedrin, you never once responded, what videos, correct?
Correct.
You never once responded, there are no videos, correct?
Correct.
You never once responded, you're lying, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, do you agree that some of the footage that we saw on Wednesday is a good example of why the kids weren't able to sleep during the night?
I wouldn't say that. The kids slept fine.
The kids slept fine when you were in there screaming at them that their mother was a whore?
They weren't always in by her. There was a couple times they were in there.
The kids slept fine, Mr. Pedrin, when you were up yelling and screaming like that in Ms. Dikeman's room?
The kids did sleep fine.
And the kids slept fine when you were physically abusing Ms. Dikeman?
The kids slept fine.
And Mr. Pedrin, do you take any responsibility at all for keeping Josie or the children awake at night with your behavior?
I take responsibility for keeping Josie awake, but the kids slept fine.
Do you take any responsibility at all for hurting Josie so that she was unable to bring the kids into school?
Unable to bring the kids into school?
Do you take any responsibility for that?
I take responsibility for hurting Josie. I've already done my time for it and owned up to it.
And Mr. Pedrin, just so I understand your testimony, are you suggesting that she wasn't hurt badly enough where she still should have been bringing the kids into school?
No.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, was there a time when you were asked to log Alex onto remote learning when he was sick and you were unable to do that?
Objection, hearsay, and vague, Your Honor.
Is there a specific incident?
There is. I'll come back to it in a second.
Okay.
Did you ever once log Alex into remote learning?
I don't recall.
That's something that you believe you would have recalled had it happened?
I don't recall them being on remote learning except through COVID.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, you drive a Cadillac, is that correct?
I do.
And you would drive that Cadillac to and from Shipshape, is that correct?
Yes.
Were you aware, Mr. Pedrin, that, Mr. Pedrin, did you ever sign a release of information allowing Jenna Love to have access about Alexavier's schooling?
I did.
You're saying that you did?
Signed a release for her. I didn't deny her to have access to his schooling.
Did you sign a release of information?
I don't recall.
You were asked to do so, correct?
I don't recall.
And is it your testimony that when Principal Amy Oliver...
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
You never signed a release of information to release Alexavier's schooling records, did you?
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, the children were sick fairly frequently throughout 2023. Would you at least agree with that?
That's what the claim was.
Well,
I was at work most of the time. She would be the one to determine if they were sick or not.
Well,
and not go to school or not.
You saw a positive COVID test, Mr. Pedrin.
We all got COVID.
And you testified yourself that you were helping Alexavier clean up vomit, correct?
Helping clean up? He threw up in a bag the last time I seen him, and I threw it in the garbage.
Are those not signs and symptoms that somebody is ill?
Yes.
In fact, Mr. Pedrin, you yourself were throwing up as of February 8th.
I don't recall.
Marking Exhibit 211.
Mr. Pedrin, approaching with Exhibit 211. Why don't you read that to yourself and see if that refreshes your recollection?
I don't recall the conversation, but that's what it says.
That is your name under the Facebook message, Derek Pedrin?
Yes.
And that is Josie Marie is Ms. Dikeman?
Yes.
And Mr. Pedrin, you're saying that you don't recall this conversation at all?
No, I don't.
Offer 211 as a recorded recollection, Judge. I believe it's admissible as a hearsay exception.
Be received.
All right. Move to publish.
Your Honor,
His statements are.
his
It's being
statements are,
overruled. Just go ahead and publish it. We're going to spend forever.
I know,
trying
Your Honor, but there are hearsay statements on this, and that's my concern with publication.
to show his statement best you can. Just show his statement.
Judge, I would stipulate to reading his statement to him or reading it into the record. I think that's the easiest way to do it.
With the time and date, please.
And Judge, also my position is that Ms. Dikeman's responses here are statements of then existing mental, emotional, or physical condition as well as a present sense impression.
What day are we talking about?
This is February 8th of 2023.
Just read his statement.
Mr. Pedrin, on February 8th of 2023 at approximately 5:30 a.m., you told Ms. Dikeman, "I'm puking right now." Is that correct?
That's what it says.
Offer 211, Judge, and I make an offer of proof the remaining comments.
Okay, that will be in the record.
So I want to understand your chronology for what you're saying happened on February 10th of 2023. Your testimony here to the jury is that you don't remember anything about the Facebook exchange that you had 2 days early on February 8th. Is that correct?
Correct.
I want to get a sense of what you remember from February 10th then. So as you testified on direct, you clocked out at 5 o'clock on the dot. Is that correct?
It was 5 something. My timestamp is somewhere.
All right, can we get the that exhibit, please?
207, or excuse me, number 7.
Mr. Pedrin, are we looking at number 7 here?
Yes.
And does it appear to have a 5 p.m. clock out on February 10th of 2023?
Yes.
And what your testimony was is that your buddy drove you for an errand after work. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
And that buddy was Casey Smith.
I don't remember if it was Casey or another one of mine, but it was one of them.
That errand would have been at the Walmart, correct?
Correct.
And the Walmart is adjacent to your home on OS, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any disagreement if Google says that it's approximately a 3-minute drive?
No.
And your testimony, sir, was that you didn't get home until about 6:30, is that correct?
I don't remember exactly what time I got home, but it was around then.
All right. Mr. Pedrin, you lied when you said that your buddy drove you to Walmart.
No.
You realize that there's security footage of you arriving at Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's get the footage. And Judge, we're going to put this on Defense Exhibit 205. We will label the video here as usual. Hang tight.
Keep the backlights on.
Pause. Let's pause and do it from the beginning. All right, and I'm just gonna read the file name into the record here. This was received in discovery, and it's labeled as 119 Derrick Entrance 210231717.ABI. Offer this exhibit, Your Honor.
What date is this again?
February 10th of 2023.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor, I would just also, for the record, the timestamp of the video says 17:17 along with that date, so it would have been at 5:17 p.m. if we can include that.
I agree.
Okay,
All right. Is it received?
go ahead.
All
It's
right.
received.
Move to publish.
Go ahead, publish. Please turn off your phones. I don't know if anybody saw that.
Yeah.
Can we play it one more time?
Yeah, let's do that again.
Um,
All right. Mr. Pedrin, you agree that that was you walking into the Walmart at 5:17 p.m.?
Yes,
We don't see any friend with you, is that correct?
correct,
We certainly don't see Casey Smith with you, correct?
correct.
And it was a very short errand at Walmart, is that correct?
I don't recall what I was there for.
All right. Judge, we're going to ask to exhibit the footage of Mr. Pedrin leaving the store in the parking lot here.
Judge, we can stipulate to the time, if that's what we're after here.
So the video is labeled 120, Derek leaving parking lot 2:10:23, 17:24.avi. I stipulate that that means 5:24 p.m.
Okay, so he leaves at 5:24 p.m. Everybody's stipulating to that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, and if we can get the video back up, please. All right, go ahead and play it. Mr. Pedrin, that was you walking out with what appeared to be a bag,
Correct.
and that was you walking to a vehicle,
That's what it looked like.
and you were alone,
Yes.
not with Casey Smith.
No, I was in the video alone.
And that was the vehicle that you testified yesterday Ms. Dikeman didn't allow you to use. Is that correct?
She rarely let me use her vehicles.
Mr. Pedrin, there's no reason to lie to law enforcement about getting a ride from your
I don't recall driving that day.
That's what you told law enforcement, correct?
I don't remember what I told them. I don't recall driving that day.
And Mr. Pedrin, if we assume that you left around 17:25, can we assume, Mr. Pedrin, that you would arrive home somewhere in the range of 5:30?
Possibly.
Mr. Pedrin, I'm going to ask you, since your testimony on Wednesday, have you discussed the details of your testimony at all with anybody outside of this courtroom?
No.
Have you
It's
discussed?
all over the news. It's all over YouTube.
So you're watching YouTube coverage of this trial?
No, I have not discussed it. It's all over, is what I'm saying.
Have you watched it?
No.
You said that it was all over. Mr. Pedrin, clearly you've seen something on YouTube.
Yeah, it pops up, but I don't watch it.
Right. Did you have a conversation or participate in a conversation in the hallway yesterday about whether or not there was a dog present at the home?
I did not.
You're saying that you weren't present for that conversation.
I was there, but I wasn't having that conversation.
Did you have a telephone call with Misty Craig yesterday?
Yes.
And you talked about your testimony with Ms. Craig?
No.
And you told Ms. Craig that Ms. Raines was not present in court. Is that correct?
I did tell her she wasn't present in court because she's not.
Ms. Raines was out there in the hallway rubbing your back, Mr. Pedrin.
She was out there, but she wasn't in the court.
And you told Ms. Craig the rationale for you told Ms. Craig that you were going to testify, or why you were going to testify first. Is that correct?
No.
You didn't tell that to Ms. Craig.
I don't know why I'm testifying first, so how would I have an answer to that?
And if Ms. Craig were to testify that you had this
Objection,
conversation?
Your Honor. You're saying he's also being asked to comment on someone else's potential testimony.
Craig, okay.
Okay.
Just ask Ms. Craig the questions.
Sure. You're saying under oath, Mr. Pedrin, that conversation with Ms. Craig never happened.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
I'll allow him to answer the question one more time.
Correct.
Let's talk about the dog. You had no idea when Ted's brother was specifically around, correct?
I don't know the dates.
And he was only there for a couple of days when it was cold outside, correct?
It was more than a couple days.
He wasn't present when you were arrested on February 10th of 2023, correct?
I don't believe so.
He wasn't present when you were arrested on February 7th of 2023, is that correct?
I don't recall.
He wasn't present when Child Protective Services visited your home on January 26th of 2023.
I don't recall that.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, I want to talk to you a little bit about what you told police and what you testified to on February 10th, as opposed to what you told others on different days.
Your Honor, objection. I don't believe there was a statement on February. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Strike that objection.
So, Mr. Pedrin, your testimony was that the last time that you saw Alex alive would have been that evening of February 10th, correct?
Correct.
And what you've testified to is that you came home and helped him throw up into a bag.
I didn't help him. She was standing in front of him. She asked me for a bucket and a bag.
And then you spent a little bit of time with Alex on that day?
No, I stayed out in the kitchen and dining room, living room area.
Didn't describe any sort of altercation with Ms. Dikeman on that day, is that correct?
Correct.
And you said that when the police arrived, you ran and hid in that crawl space upstairs, is that correct?
Correct.
You were arrested shortly after that point when you were told that the SWAT team might come in?
Correct.
And you described no fight or struggle with Josie or the police on that day, is that correct?
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, there are windows from the exterior of the home that go into the upstairs of the house, is that correct?
Correct.
And somebody looking from the outside can see people moving around on the upstairs level, is that correct?
False.
You're saying that, well...
Can't see upstairs. There was no windows that you would be able to see in.
Mr. Pedrin, nobody's told you that Deputy Paff was observing the upstairs through the exterior?
Objection, hearsay.
Okay, sustain.
So, your testimony is that you slipped upstairs without being observed by the law enforcement outside, is that correct?
Objection, I don't believe that was his testimony, Your Honor.
Sustain, just keep moving.
So, that was the version that you testified to on Wednesday, correct?
Correct.
Right. You agree that you gave a completely different version to La Crosse police officers on November 11th of 2025.
I don't recall.
Mr. Pedrin, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. We'll see if you recall or not, and then we can talk about whether or not we display this section of the video, okay? You told La Crosse police officers on November 11th of 2025 that the last day that you saw Alex alive, Josie hit you on the head with a bottle.
No, that was a different incident.
Is that what you told to La Crosse police officers?
I don't recall.
You told La Crosse police officers that you demanded the sheriff's department check your cameras to corroborate Josie's violence, but they refused to do so.
Correct. Actually, and I didn't think I told him to check my cameras. I believe I told him to check the cameras.
And you told them that because they didn't check the cameras, the next day Alexavier was dead.
I don't recall that.
Would viewing a clip of this interaction outside of the jury refresh your recollection as to what you told the La Crosse Police Department?
Possibly.
Your Honor.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Refreshing recollection, Judge.
This is do you have a transcript of it?
Not a full transcript, but it's a 20-second clip.
This is an interview with the police?
Yes.
From November of 2025, Your Honor. The La Crosse Police Department.
All right, you're objecting, you want to have it only used for refreshing recollection.
Or if we had a transcript, Your Honor.
It's
overruled, just play it. Let's go.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, just. We will provide a written transcript of the section played consistent with the DAR reporting rule at the close of business, Judge.
And Judge, can we be heard on this?
This is November of 2025.
Correct.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you step out for a bit. Be seated. Let me just say that one of the issues I'm running into is that if somebody doesn't recall and keeps on saying they don't recall of something that happened in November of 2025, I'm really stuck in a very difficult position. I know I excluded the incident in November of 2025, in 2025. But the problem is, we will be here forever if we have to pull people out every single time. So, all right, I know the objection is it's refreshing recollection. I excluded it.
But that's not my specific qualm with this.
Yeah.
And I apologize. We're trying to keep things moving as well. The issue is, of course, is that this is showing that police contact. And I think the prejudicial nature of showing this video, especially when we could have a transcript prepared of this 20-second clip, outweighs the probative value.
Mr. Zachar can't anticipate everything that this witness is amazingly not recalling.
Judge.
So because of that, I'm going to allow him to play it right now. The jury's out, so we'll allow him to play it so it refreshes his recollection. And then we'll bring the jury back in. So we'll go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, for the record, this is the body camera of Officer Echternock, I believe you say it. Axon body 4, D01AK686C. We're going to be playing it from 24 minutes and 20 seconds to approximately 24 minutes and 40 seconds.
Like, I lived this with Josie, the bitch that killed my fucking kid. Like, she would do this and I would go to fucking jail. The bitch hit me with a fucking Coke bottle. And then I went to fucking jail and the cop went look at the fucking cameras we had in the house.
Yeah.
Well, then the next day my fucking kid ends up dead.
Okay, we can stop. Stopped at 24:41. That would be the section that I intend to use to refresh.
Well, you've done that. We've refreshed his memory. Now we'll bring the jury in. You can ask him if his memory's refreshed. All right, let's bring the jury back in. Okay, everybody be seated. Go ahead.
Judge, are we missing a juror?
Oh, I'm sorry, we are missing somebody. I thought you all came in. You can sit down. We catch you all off guard, sorry about that. All right, now the jury, all the jury's present. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Mr. Pedrin, after having seen that clip from the body camera footage, is your memory now refreshed?
Yes,
And Mr. Pedrin, did you in fact tell La Crosse police officers on November 11th of 2025 that the day before Josie, or the day before Alex died, Josie hit you on the bottle with a, or hit you on the head with a bottle?
it was two separate incidents. There was no altercation between me and Josie on February 10th.
I'm asking you what you said to the police officer.
I know what I said.
Okay, that's what you said to them,
I
correct?
didn't say it was that the day before.
You said that you lived this with the fucking
That I
bitch,
went,
Josie, who killed your fucking kid, right?
yes,
And you said that the bitch hit me on the fucking head with a Coke bottle, correct?
correct,
Then I went to jail, correct?
correct,
And they wouldn't check the cameras, correct?
correct.
And the next day my son was dead, correct?
That's what I said, but they're two separate incidents.
That's what you told the police, right?
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, were you so confused about the last day that you saw your son that you confused two completely separate incidents?
No,
You agree that you gave a completely different version to the La Crosse police officers in that clip.
correct.
And there's no reason whatsoever to lie about that, is there, Mr. Pedrin?
I didn't lie.
You told them something that was demonstrably untrue. Is that not a lie in your definition, Mr. Pedrin?
I did not lie. I had blended two separate incidents.
Now, and you said it with a completely straight face to the police too, correct?
Correct.
So let's talk about these cameras. Your claim is that you didn't have access to the cameras in the home,
I did not.
that you could see only the garage and Josie could see everything else,
Correct.
that this was somehow set up on the app that only you could see the garage.
Correct.
And your testimony is that Josie had these cameras in the house and she prevented you from accessing them.
Correct.
And you were totally fine with that.
No.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, you've repeatedly admitted that you had cameras inside of that house.
There was cameras in the house, and I didn't say they were mine.
Mr. Pedrin, do you recall one of the videos that we watched yesterday where you were yelling at Josie on the couch of the living room?
We weren't here yesterday.
Wednesday, my apologies.
Yes.
And did you scream at Josie in that video, "I have cameras in here, you know"?
Yes.
Do you recall telling investigators on February 14th of 2023, 3 days after Alex's death, that you had caught Alex on camera sneaking into the kitchen to get treats?
I had told them that Josie sent me a video of Alex.
Marking exhibit 212.
212.
Can you say the page in line, please?
Yeah, 26. Okay. So, Mr. Pedrin, you told Ms. Dikeman, or you told officers that you heard Josie say that about Alex, that Alex would sneak into the kitchen and get stuff, correct?
Correct.
And your response was, quote, "and I caught him on the cameras doing it," end quote. Is that correct?
That's what I said, but she's the one that sent me the video.
And Your Honor, under the rule of completeness, I'm going to ask that lines 1172 through 1228 of this transcript be put on the record. I'm trying to keep things moving here, Your Honor, and under the rule of completeness, I think that it's necessary that the whole part I cited come in to keep this into context and to prevent distortion of the record.
All right, give the whole context.
All right. Mr. Pedrin, you claim later in this that there's a camera in the kitchen that she put up, meaning Josie, correct?
Correct.
And you go on and say, and I seen him on there doing it. Is that correct?
Correct.
They ask you if the camera's still there?
Yep.
You say, I think so?
Correct.
You say, where in the kitchen would it be?
Correct.
Like right here?
Correct.
Right there?
Correct.
Or right by the sink, kind of?
Correct.
By the sink, okay?
Correct.
Your Honor, if Attorney Zachar can indicate who's speaking, I think that would be easier for the jury to follow along.
And the
Well, who is speaking? Is that Mr. Pedrin or is that the officer?
that was the officer.
Okay.
And the officer asked you, what kind of camera system is it?
Correct.
Your response is just a cheap Wi-Fi. I don't know. It doesn't got like a DVR or nothing like that.
Correct.
They ask you, just all goes to her phone.
Correct.
You respond, yeah.
Correct.
A cloud-based one.
Correct.
You respond, yep.
Correct.
And law enforcement says, and she's told us that, so okay.
Correct.
And your response was, the only one that I have access to is my driveway one, and that fucking thing works only when it wants to.
Correct.
Is that correct? And they say she has access to that too?
Correct.
And your response is, yep, she has access to them all.
Correct.
Did I read that to your satisfaction, Ms. Root?
No, I was requesting that we end at 1228.
So you respond, she had access to the driveway and that was because of my cars and shit?
Correct.
And the officer says, yep.
Correct.
And you respond, I tried to have access to the other ones and apparently it wasn't, I don't know.
Correct.
And they respond, it didn't work on your phone or she just didn't want to give you?
Correct.
She didn't want to give it to me because she likes to argue with me and?
Correct.
That was what you told law enforcement, correct?
Correct.
Not what you told Jenna Love.
I don't recall what I told Jenna.
Recall telling Ms. Love, Mr. Pedrin, that you were able to go into the camera app and look back at the footage.
No.
And
I didn't have access to that. I couldn't do that. And I proved it to law enforcement.
Pedrin, showing you a short transcription of a phone call between you and Ms. Love. Why don't you read that to yourself?
Is there a date and time of this call?
None of the calls were dated. Let me get that up again.
Yep.
You recall that conversation with Ms. Love?
I don't recall the conversation, but
Would you like me to play that section of the audio for you?
no.
Mr. Pedrin, you tell Ms. Love that the police wanted to download shit off your phone like the camera app to see if I've deleted anything. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what you told them was that you didn't have access like that. The only thing you were able to do was view it, correct?
Correct, but I couldn't view the house. inside the house.
This is what
I proved it to law
Mr.
enforcement.
Mr. Pedrin, this is what you told Jenna Love. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you said that you can't see other people coming and going from, or she asked you if you can't see other people coming and going from your house. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you said, no, it doesn't like, I have to go into the app and go backwards, but she can delete shit.
Correct.
And Mr. Pedrin, you say right here, I have to go into the app and go backwards, correct?
Correct, but I only had
Pedrin,
access.
thank you. That's what you told Jenna Love.
Correct.
Offer 212.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Received.
So, Mr. Pedrin, we have video of you telling Josie, you have cameras in here in the living room of the house, correct?
Correct.
We have you telling Ms. Love that you had access to this camera app, correct?
Correct.
We have you telling La Crosse police officers that they should have checked the cameras in the house. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you initially were asked by law enforcement on February 21st to view the camera app on your phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
You told them that you told them that they couldn't look at your phone.
No, I showed them. I showed them the phone while they were sitting at the table across from me.
We'll get into this in a bit, but they wanted to download the content of the phone, did they not?
Yes. And I never told them they couldn't.
They told you, Mr. Pedrin, that they had a Cellbrite examiner available to download your phone right then and there.
Yes, but they also said it would take hours.
They said that it would take about an hour, Mr. Pedrin.
Okay.
And you said no.
I don't recall saying no.
There's no reason not to share the content on your phone related to that camera, Mr. Pedrin, is there?
I showed them the camera app.
You showed them the camera app on your phone.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, leading up to February 10th, you described your relationship with Josie as not good at all. Is that correct?
Correct.
You acknowledged that you played a large part in that relationship going south as well.
Correct.
And in fact, just days before Alex died, you told Josie that you were acting crazy and need to just let her go.
Correct.
That would have been February 7th of 2023.
Correct.
That's the same day, Mr. Pedrin, as those videos that we saw of you telling your children that their mother was a whore. Is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Those videos were not on, or done on February 7th.
Okay. It's one day, or the videos of you telling Josie, or you telling the children that their mother was a whore were on February 6th.
Correct.
And this text that you would have sent Josie saying that you realized you were acting crazy and needed to let her go was the day after that, correct?
Correct.
And Mr. Pedrin, I'm not going to play these videos unless we need to again, but do you agree in those clips where you pull down the curtain over the doorway to Josie's room and scream at the children that their mother is a whore, that you were completely out of control?
I wouldn't say that was out of control.
You would not.
But I recall that.
You would not say that was out of control?
No.
That was acceptable behavior around your children, Mr. Pedrin?
Was not.
It was acceptable behavior around Ms. Dikeman?
No.
Now, after you were arrested on the 7th, you came right back home, correct?
No.
You came back home the next day.
I believe the first time I was home was Thursday.
You knew that
After.
Josie didn't want you back home.
That's not true at all.
Mr. Pedrin, Ms. Dikeman told you via text message that
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. This is the effect on listener.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Marking Exhibit 214.
Pedrin, I'm showing you Exhibit 214. This is an authenticated copy of a Facebook message sent to you. Do you recall receiving that Facebook message?
I don't recall it, but it's right here.
And in that, she's telling you that you should really be following the no contact.
Correct.
And the date of this message, Mr. Pedrin, was February 7th, subtracting 6 hours for Central Standard at approximately 5:17 p.m.
Correct.
Offer 214.
We asked the question about what the effect on the listener was.
You knew that she didn't want, you knew that she wanted you to follow the no contact.
Correct.
It's what he knew. So,
Yeah.
be received.
Mr. Pedrin, in that time, be fair to say that you were very jealous of any man that Josie was talking to?
I didn't know she was talking to anybody at that time other than she would say she was talking to Brian.
In fact, in one of the videos we saw on Wednesday, you threatened to shoot Brian if he were to come over to your house.
Correct.
You threatened to shoot Brian in front of Alexavier.
I didn't say in front of him.
Alexavier was present right on that video, wasn't he, Mr. Pedrin?
Correct.
And Josie told you repeatedly in that video that you were single, correct?
Correct.
Yet your testimonial is that you weren't broken up at that point in time.
We fought and she would say that all the time, so, and no.
Mr. Pedrin, did you or did you not confront Josie about spending too long in the bathroom with the belief that she was on her phone?
I don't recall that.
All right, Mr. Pedrin, I'm showing you 215, which is an authenticated series of Facebook messages from you to Ms. Dikeman. Why don't you give that a read? Recall those messages, sir.
They're there.
Did you send those to Ms. Dikeman, Mr. Pedrin?
I don't recall sending them.
Your Honor, offer 215 is a recorded recollection. Move to publish.
Judge, recorded recollection is not a hearsay exception, and I have no, that would be my objection, publishing.
Well,
I'm going to receive it. You can show it.
okay.
We were going to, go ahead.
Can I get the Elmo, please? All right, so Mr. Pedrin, that's your name on these messages, correct?
Correct.
And these are dated February 4th of 2023.
Correct.
Subtracting 6 hours for Central Standard Time, this would appear to be at about 1:58 a.m. on February 4th. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it appears that you're asking Ms. Dikeman who she's talking to in there. Is that correct?
Correct.
Sounds like you're talking to somebody, correct?
Correct.
You ask her if she's saying goodbye to her turds.
Correct.
You're telling her that you don't want me.
Objection, Your Honor, that message is from a different day.
Okay. I would agree. We can strike the last two messages, Judge.
Okay.
So Josie's in the bathroom too long, and you're confronting her about who she must be talking to in there.
Correct.
And this was happening within a week of Alex's death.
Correct.
Now, your testimony on Wednesday was that you hadn't had anything to drink at all on February 10th.
Correct.
Why did you tell the La Crosse Sheriff's Department that you had consumed an airplane bottle of vodka?
I don't recall that.
You said that to Sergeant Kernine when you were being arrested.
Correct. I also blew zeros.
You said that you had, in fact, they noted that you smelled strongly of alcohol.
Correct.
And Mr. Pedrin, you admitted to them.
That's hearsay. I would ask that that be struck from the record.
Sustained.
You admitted to them that you had been drinking, correct?
I believe so.
There was no reason for you to lie about that on Wednesday, Mr. Pedrin, when you had told the police that you had been drinking on the 10th, was there?
The PBT showed I wasn't.
Mr. Pedrin, there was no reason to lie to this jury on Wednesday and say that you hadn't been drinking when clearly you told the officers you had.
I told the officer I had, but I didn't lie. They did a breathalyzer.
I realize that, Mr. Pedrin, we're going to get into that, but the fact of the matter is you said one thing to the La Crosse Police Department, or the La Crosse Sheriff's Department, saying that you drank, correct?
Correct.
And you said another thing under oath on Wednesday, saying that you didn't drink.
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, in your mind, that's not the definition of a lie?
It is. But I didn't drink.
Move to strike, Judge.
Sustain that statement will be struck from the record.
Right. Let's talk about Alex on February 10th. You saw him on that love seat or couch in Josie's room. Is that correct?
Correct.
And he was recuperating at that point?
Correct.
You said that he was watching TV?
Yes.
That he was upright?
Yes.
And you acknowledged that Alex would wear pull-ups occasionally after breaking his leg. Is that correct?
Yes.
He was also wearing regular underwear at times as well, correct?
No.
Mr. Pedrin, you recall whether or not Alex had an accident that evening, had diarrhea?
I do not.
There's only one bathroom in that house, correct?
Correct.
Only one shower/bathtub in that house, correct?
Correct.
What number is this, Attorney Zachar?
B213. You're saying that you have no recollection whatsoever if Alex had an accident that evening?
I do not recall.
All right. Mr. Pedrin, I'm going to show you Exhibit 216. Appear to be a pair of child's underwear.
It does.
And do those underwear appear to be soiled with feces?
They do.
Do those underwear appear to be in the only bathtub or shower in your home?
Correct.
And if they were deposited in the bathtub or shower, certainly nobody's going to be taking a shower on top of the feces-stained underwear, correct?
Correct.
Meaning that they were likely deposited there somewhat recently. Would you agree with that?
I would assume.
Offer 216, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Be received. Go ahead, publish.
Mr. Pedrin, this is the photograph that we talked about earlier,
Correct.
and that appears to be a pair of child's underwear in that photograph, correct?
Correct.
There's also a bottle in that photograph. Is that correct, Mr. Pedrin?
Correct.
You were having Alexavier urinate into bottles at times if you didn't want to leave the couch. Is that
No.
correct? You deny that in its entirety?
I do.
And Mr. Pedrin, you're saying that you had no recollection whatsoever of coming home to a soiled pair of underwear in the bathtub in your home?
I do not.
The type of thing that you ordinarily would not have noticed?
I didn't go in the bathroom that day.
You were home from work from about 5:30 until you were arrested on 7:30?
I was arrested a little before 7:30, and I did not go in the bathroom.
And Mr. Pedrin, you have already admitted that you had at least one bottle of vodka that day?
Correct.
And you just completely missed the fact that there was this soiled pair of underwear inside of the bathroom.
I did not go in the bathroom.
Now, when the police knocked on your door, it was about 7 o'clock. Is that correct?
Somewhere in there.
You didn't go to the door initially, correct?
No.
Josie was the one that went to the door, correct?
Correct.
And she would have been talking to Sergeant Cernine for about 15 minutes. Is that correct?
I don't know the time.
By the time that the police entered the home, Alex was basically unresponsive, correct?
False.
You disagree that Alex was...
I wasn't by him, so how would I know?
Well, Mr. Pedrin, have you seen any of the body camera footage of Alex's welfare check?
I have not.
And you dispute that Alex was unresponsive when the police came in?
I didn't.
It's asking for speculation. He said he didn't know. He wasn't in the room. He hasn't seen it.
Sustained.
But your testimony was that earlier in the evening, Alex was upright on the couch and watching TV.
He was.
And you would have been the only adult in the home not talking to the police at the time that they arrived for the welfare check.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, after you were arrested, you asked officers to let you smoke a cigarette. Is that correct?
Correct.
You never once asked about Alex. Is that correct?
I asked him if I could say goodbye to my kids.
You tried kissing Josie, and she refused.
I don't recall that.
And you told Josie to call the district attorney's office immediately in the morning to get you back out.
No, to lift the no contact, so I could be home.
In fact, you called her on the jail phone to have her try to lift the no contact. Is that correct?
I did.
You called her when you were still under the no contact. Is that
correct?
And during that phone call, you described nothing that was out of the ordinary. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the next time that you saw Josie after Alex died was at the McDonald's in Onalaska.
I don't recall.
You recall having a meeting with Josie at the Onalaska McDonald's?
I recall talking to her.
At the McDonald's?
I don't know where it was.
And Josie was a mess at that meeting, wasn't she?
I don't recall.
She was crying?
I don't recall.
She was upset?
I don't recall.
You don't recall the day after your son's death?
Not
to Josie?
Not anything to do with her.
And you had some very specific instructions for Josie during this meeting, didn't you?
No.
You told her not to talk about your abuse at home?
No.
You told her not to talk about your drug use?
No. I don't use drugs.
You told her not to delete, or you told her to delete everything on her cell phone?
No.
Mr. Pedrin, your testimony here is that you don't recall the conversation, right?
Correct.
You don't recall where it happened, right?
Correct.
You don't recall where Josie was, correct?
Correct.
You don't recall what she looked like, right?
Correct.
But you're only denying the things that would tend to incriminate you. Is that fair to say?
I wouldn't tell her to delete anything.
Mr. Pedrin, you've threatened to kill Josie if she didn't take the blame for Alex's death.
False.
You've told random people that you would kill Josie if she wasn't convicted.
Objection, vague.
Overruled.
I have.
You have. Mr. Pedrin, you just said false, and now you're saying I have. You're lying to us right now under oath.
No, I didn't.
Judge, those were two different questions, so I'd move to strike that. Attorney Zachar is...
I sustain the argument. This is not an argument, it's cross-examination.
Mr. Pedrin, the first time you met one of your mother's neighbors, a woman named Betty Cleveland, you told her that if Josie wasn't convicted, you would kill her.
I don't recall.
You don't recall telling a stranger you were meeting for the first time that you would murder your ex if she wasn't convicted.
I don't recall.
Your children have had play dates with her grandchild.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Mr. Pedrin, you've been present at some of these play dates.
I do not know who you are talking about.
We're talking about your mother's neighbor.
My mom has a bunch of neighbors. She lives in an apartment complex, and there's a bunch of kids.
Neighbor that you took Araya for play dates to.
Okay, slow down. One person asks a question, the other person answers. Then you go back and forth. We're still doing a transcript here, okay? All right. Describe who you're talking about so Mr. Pedrin can understand what he's answering. Go ahead.
Mr. Pedrin, you've taken your daughter Araya to play dates at Ms. Cleveland's home.
I don't know who she is.
And you don't recall Ms. Cleveland coming to your apartment to pick up Araya for play dates?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're saying that you could have play dates arranged with your child and have no idea where she's going.
I don't know how you consider it a play date when there's a bunch of kids in an apartment complex that all play.
This isn't.
So I don't know who you're talking about.
Pedrin, we're not even talking about the same apartment complex. She doesn't live in your mother's apartment complex. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Do not.
And you admit that you told Ms. Cleveland that you would murder Josie if she wasn't convicted in this case.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Do you admit saying that to anybody, Mr.
I have.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Sustained. Go ahead.
I want to talk about the recorded phone calls that you made of Josie. Your testimony on Wednesday was that the officers were in their car after they had wired up a listening device onto your phone. Is that correct?
They didn't wire up nothing.
Okay. Well, your testimony was that the officers were in their vehicle. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Mr. Pedrin, would you agree or disagree that officers were right next to you writing words down on a script for you?
No.
Let me know when you're ready. Stop it and scroll to the. Okay, stop. All right. So, Judge, for the record, this is 111-00-23-02840 underscore R Malay underscore 033120251158551 CDT underscore body cam Amundsen. And I'm just going to show a couple still frames here. Mr. Pedrin, does that appear to be you on the left side?
Yes.
And does that appear to be one of the officers seated next to you wearing the body camera looking forward?
Yes.
Would that have been Sergeant Amundsen?
I don't recall.
And does that appear to be one of the other agents from DCI standing up?
Correct.
They appear to be right next to you, right?
Correct.
They appear to be on the phone right there, correct?
Correct.
And if we scroll through a little bit earlier, it appeared that you had a piece of paper that you were reading off of. Is that correct?
Correct.
That, excuse me, 0249 in the video, Your Honor. And in fact, at one point, one of the officers leans over and writes comments on that script for you.
Possibly.
Yep, stop. Your Honor, I'm going to offer the exhibit for the purposes used and move to publish in 4 minutes and 39 seconds.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
When the kid was in a fucking cast, he couldn't even walk. So how the hell did he get a lacerated liver? How does something like that happen and you not know when you were there? Okay, so what the fuck happened before he was fine? I was at work all day. I came home. What does that mean? Can you just tell me?
The video is concluded. Mr. Pedrin, you saw Investigator Amundsen writing you a note there.
Correct.
In fact, the two investigators were seated right next to you the entire time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Unlike what you just testified to, that they were out inside of their car, correct?
There was officers in the truck too.
Well, Mr. Pedrin.
They were the ones listening in.
Mr. Pedrin, you said that the officers were all inside of the vehicle just a few minutes ago, correct?
Correct.
And now that we see the video, we know that's untrue, correct?
Correct.
There's no reason to lie about that, is there, Mr. Pedrin?
I didn't lie. There was officers in the truck.
You're offering testimony, Mr. Pedrin, that you're certain of certain facts. Is that correct?
Correct.
And those facts have often turned out to be untrue. Is that correct, Mr. Pedrin?
I wouldn't say that.
And that is not the definition of a lie in your words, Mr. Pedrin.
I didn't say that.
Now, during these recordings that we heard, Josie never once said that she heard Alex.
No, she didn't.
And you agreed to give investigators any other responses that Josie said about Alex. Is that correct?
I did what?
You agreed to give the investigators anything that Josie said about Alex. Is that correct?
Correct.
You agree that you didn't do so after that phone call?
How would I agree to that?
Mr. Pedrin,
They were listening, so they heard everything she said.
we're talking about responses that she made or comments that she made about Alex after that phone call. You agreed to forward that information to the investigators, correct?
Correct.
You agree that you didn't do so.
I don't know how I didn't.
At some point after these recordings, you told Josie that you had been recording her. Is that correct?
I believe so.
And she responded to you.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustained.
I'm not going to get into the content just yet, Judge.
Go ahead.
She responded to you, correct?
I don't recall.
You recall whether or not Josie made some comments about Alex's death.
Your Honor, objection, hearsay. Also, this is vague. We can have the dates of these statements.
I can introduce
Attorney
the
Zachar.
statements, Judge.
Attorney Zachar knows the dates, Your Honor, so
Okay.
you can provide that. The content is hearsay.
Just give the dates. Let's go forward.
On May 8th of 2023.
Attorney Zachar, can you provide me a copy, please? Thank
On
you.
May 8th of 2023, Mr. Pedrin, Ms. Dikeman responded to you about you recording her phone calls. Is that correct?
I don't recall.
Your Honor, this has a statement by Ms. Dikeman on a particular subject, but it's not in response to anything that Mr. Pedrin's saying.
Just use it for refreshing recollection if he recalls that statement.
But Your Honor, it's not his statement. And the other issue is that he's saying she was responding to you telling her something. There's nothing here that indicates that Mr. Pedrin told her anything.
No. Judge, the question was about whether or not he forwarded investigators Ms. Dikeman's comments on Alexavier's death.
And then he went into, at some point you told her that you did these recordings and she responded to you. There's nothing that indicates disclosure of the recording, Your Honor.
He has no memory of telling her that.
I would ask to be allowed a refresher.
Just allow him to see it and see if he remembers anything.
Showing you
So
exhibit.
just,
I'm not asking him to say what the statements are, just to see if this helps refresh his recollection.
no, it's Josie's statement.
I don't remember the conversation.
Doesn't remember the conversation. Move on.
Mr. Pedrin, if you don't remember the conversation, do you agree that you did not disclose Josie's remarks to investigators as contained in Exhibit 117 or 217?
I don't recall. I gave them whatever they wanted.
You're saying that you gave them these Facebook messages from Josie.
I don't recall.
Judge, I'm going to offer 217. I think this is admissible.
Judge, it's hearsay.
It's going to be received for the record. Move on.
Now, Mr. Pedrin,
And please, we gotta keep going, move faster.
I get it. Mr. Pedrin, you continued to beat Josie even after Alexavier died.
I don't recall.
You don't recall beating the mother of your children up after your son died.
No.
You recall coming into Ms. Dikeman's mother's home in the middle of the night and striking and strangling her.
I did not do that.
You're saying that you didn't do that in front of her brother, Gabe.
Correct.
And you saying that during that beating, Mr. Pedrin, do you recall talking to Josie at all about Alex?
Yeah.
And do you recall telling her that she needed to take the blame for Alex's death?
No.
And do you recall crying and telling Ms. Dikeman that maybe you needed to go to prison for what had happened to Alex?
No.
You're saying that that never happened.
Correct.
Your testimony on Wednesday, Mr. Pedrin, was that you're currently in a relationship with a woman named Misty Craig.
Correct.
That would be what she would characterize it as well?
Correct.
Your Honor, objection, that calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Mr. Pedrin, Judge Levine granted our motion to identify you as a suspect in this case on October 23rd of 2024. Is that correct?
I believe so.
And approximately 2 weeks later, you married Laura Lee Raines. Is that correct?
Correct.
Until about a week before you married Ms. Raines, you were engaged to Misty Craig.
We weren't engaged.
You gave her an engagement ring, Mr. Pedrin.
I gave her a ring. It wasn't an engagement ring.
You gave her a ring that she wore on her left finger with a crystal or diamond on it.
Yes, it's a promise ring.
And a week later, you marry Ms. Raines, correct?
No, I did not give her a ring a week before.
Now, you told Ms. Craig that, Mr. Pedrin, you told Ms. Craig that the two of you were going to be together in the long run. Is that correct?
Correct. We were in a relationship.
You have a son with Ms. Craig now. Is that correct?
Correct.
In fact, you had sex with Ms. Craig the day before you married Ms. Raines.
Correct.
And you told Ms. Craig that you needed to marry Laura Lee Raines so that the two of you would not have to offer testimony against each other in this trial.
No.
You're saying that you never told that to Misty Craig.
Correct.
You said that you needed to marry Ms. Raines at that point in time so it wasn't too close to the trial to look suspicious.
No.
You said she asked you if you were marrying Laura Lee for the court stuff with Alex, and you said yes.
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. Go.
No.
You told Ms. Craig that you fucked up by telling her that.
No.
You told her that she pleaded with you not to marry Ms. Raines, correct?
She did ask me not to.
And she told you that she wanted all sorts...
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Just let's get on to his statements.
Mr. Pedrin, you told Ms. Craig that you would have all of the things that you loved about her back in the long run. Is that correct?
I don't recall.
Now, before marrying Ms. Raines, you told other people that you never even liked her. Is that correct?
We had a different relationship for a long time.
Well, you told Jenna Love that you only were in touch with Ms. Raines because you needed to use her truck.
No.
I have the text message from him.
What number is this?
The 18.
Marking exhibit 218.
Showing you exhibit Miss 218, Mr. Pedrin. Take a look at that.
Yeah.
Did you tell that to Janela.
What it says.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Offer 218, Your Honor.
Be received.
Move to
What's
publish.
his
What?
objection? Go ahead.
Well, let me ask you, Mr. Pedrin, did you say that in response to a question about Laura Lee Raines, quote, I don't like her, I've never really liked her, end quote,
Correct.
and when you were asked what the fuck you were doing with her, you said, quote, I just use her truck, end quote.
Correct.
Offer 218.
Any objection being received?
No, Your
Do
Honor.
we have a date from that?
They're all undated.
Can we stipulate that the date would be while Ms. Love was still incarcerated
Yes,
early 2023?
yes.
This is from early 2023 then.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, almost immediately after marrying Laura Lee, you moved back in with Ms. Craig. Is that correct?
Correct. We found out she was pregnant.
And when Misty asked you what you had done to Alex, where you needed to marry somebody else in order to hide your involvement, you exploded at her.
No.
You're denying that that conversation occurred.
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, you threatened to take your son away from her if she got asked that question again.
No.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, you agree that you only married Ms. Raines after you were officially named as a suspect in Alex's death.
No.
Well, that's what the chronology was that we talked about, correct?
Correct.
And,
That's not why I married her.
and Mr. Pedrin, you're not living with Ms. Craig now. Is that correct?
No.
That was a poorly phrased question on my part. Are you not living with Ms. Craig?
No.
And you have since tried to intimidate Ms. Craig into not offering testimony against you at this trial.
No.
On April 6th of this year, Mr. Pedrin, you contacted Ms. Craig and told her that my subpoena for her was invalid.
No.
You didn't discuss our subpoena at all,
She brought it up.
and you told her that it was invalid.
No.
Mr. Pedrin, you agree that if you're not afraid of what Ms. Craig has to say about these conversations, there's no reason to tell her not to show up in court and testify.
I didn't tell her that.
In fact, Mr. Pedrin, you threatened her that if she worked with Josie's defense team at all, that you would rip off her head and give it to her mother in a box.
No.
And anybody who says that you said just that would be lying.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll withdraw the question.
Okay, withdrawn.
Mr. Pedrin, at the time that you began working with the state against Ms. Dikeman, you had a number of criminal charges pending over you. Is that correct?
Correct.
In La Crosse County case 22 CF 905, you were facing a total of 7 years imprisonment.
I don't recall.
In La Crosse case 23 CF 114, you were facing a total of 6
Your Honor,
years.
this is improper.
Judge, this is Lenarchik.
Overruled, go ahead.
You're facing 6 years imprisonment in 23 CF 114.
I don't recall.
You're facing 6 years imprisonment in 23 CF 363.
I don't recall.
What's that? I'll do them separately.
Exhibit 219 through 221, Mark?
Judge will stipulate to the penalties. That'll move things along.
Okay.
We're stipulating that those are the penalties he's facing. We'll just put those to, what, 219? They'll just be in the record. Okay, go ahead.
So, in sum, Mr. Pedrin, you had about 19 years of prison hanging over your head.
I guess.
And After you began working with the district attorney's office, you pleaded to 2 misdemeanor offenses, correct?
I don't recall.
You don't recall what you pleaded guilty to?
My case got thrown out.
I think we're dealing with vagueness, Judge, if we can be specific.
Well, Mr. Pedrin, in other words, the 19 years hanging over your head was reduced to an outcome where you walked away with no jail time, correct?
Correct.
Object to that. I don't believe that was the resolution.
You can go into whatever he had pled guilty to, so we can just clarify for the jury quickly. Go ahead.
Mr. Pedrin, did you end up pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts as a matter of resolving those cases globally?
What case are you referring to?
Did you plead guilty or no contest to any of the cases in which you were defendant at the time that Alex died?
And Judge, well, again, we can stipulate to the specific convictions. If Attorney Zachar doesn't have them available now, perhaps we can put that in as a stipulation after lunch, Judge.
We'll put them in as a stipulation. But Mr. Pedrin, you didn't go to jail after you entered your pleas, did you?
No.
You didn't even get placed on probation, did you?
No.
And this outcome only happened after you began cooperating with Josie. Against Josie.
I don't.
Your cases did not resolve until Josie had been arrested and charged with homicide.
Correct.
And the same district attorney's office that prosecuted you is prosecuting Josie.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, did you keep other potential evidence from the police?
No.
You had a phone that Alex had been using before he died, is that correct?
No.
You're saying that you didn't have a phone that Alex had.
I had my phone, that was it.
And we're going to talk about your phone in a second here. But do you recall telling Jenna Love that Alex's phone was important enough for you to keep inside of a safe inside of the trunk of your car?
That was not Alex's phone.
Whose phone was that?
That was my daughter's.
Your daughter's phone. And whatever was on that phone, Mr. Pedrin, was important enough that you had to keep it inside of a safe inside of your car. Is that correct?
No, it was just my daughter's phone, so I put it in my safe because it broke.
You put a broken phone inside of a safe?
Yes, it was my daughter's.
You didn't disclose that to the police, did you?
They knew I had it.
You didn't give it to them, did you?
They didn't ask for it.
So that's a no, Mr. Pedrin.
Correct.
In fact, you kept SD cards in that safe as well.
I don't have SD cards.
You're saying that you didn't have any SD cards inside of a safe?
No.
Mr. Pedrin, almost immediately after Alex died, you began trying to coordinate with Jenna Love how to respond to this investigation.
No.
You realize that you have many...
I had talked to her to try to help her get out of jail so she could come home.
And the two of you talked about reaching out to the Hellroot family. Is that correct?
Correct.
You said that you would do that.
Correct.
The two of you talked about talking to Brantley again, correct?
I don't recall.
You said that you wouldn't. Do you recall whether or not, Mr. Pedrin, you agreed that you would talk to Brantley again about Alex's last evening?
No, the interviewers wanted to.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, the two of you discussed asserting legal parental rights over the children that you shared with Josie.
I don't recall.
You don't recall whether or not you said that you were going to try and get legal custody of your children with Josie?
I have custody of my children.
At that time, Mr. Pedrin, you don't
I don't recall.
And the two of you discussed calling every single attorney in the state of Wisconsin to create conflicts of interest for Josie.
No.
You don't recall discussing that either?
No. Why would I call attorneys?
Mr. Pedrin, the two of you even discussed that when Jenna got out of prison, she would be Brantley and Araya's new stepmother.
Possibly.
You were quite clear with Jenna that You wanted Josie to be the one blamed for Alex's death.
No,
You never told her that you believed that Josie should be the one prosecuted.
I don't recall.
Now, since Josie's been charged, you have had sole access to Brantley and Araya. Is that correct?
Correct.
You have not allowed Josie to speak to them at all. Is that
Correct.
You have not allowed any member of Josie's family to interact with those children at all.
Correct.
In fact, you've told the children that they're not supposed to interact with Josie's side of the family.
I don't talk to my children about it. It's my decision to let who I want see my kids.
You deny telling the children that they can't have any contact with Josie's side of the family.
Correct.
You talked to the children about Alex dying.
Of course, they talked to me about it. It was their brother.
And you've told them, or at least said so out loud in their presence several times, that Josie was the one responsible.
No.
You said that you've never said that out loud.
I don't talk about this in front of my children.
Judge, I need to make an offer of proof.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have you step out for a moment, and we'll have you right back in. All right, everybody may be seated. If you want to refresh Mr. Pedrin's memory.
Let me just ask you first, Mr. Pedrin. Do you recall when you were arrested on November 11th of 2025, whether or not Brantley was present outside with you and Laura Lee Raines?
He was outside. He was in the truck.
And during that time frame, do you recall?
I do recall talking about Alex then.
And do you recall telling Brantley at that point, or screaming out loud that?
I didn't tell him, but I remember. I know what you're talking about.
You said out loud, Mr. Pedrin, that Josie Dikeman brutally murdered your son.
Yes, but he was in the truck when that was said.
The truck was approximately 3 feet away from you.
With windows closed.
And Mr. Pedrin, do you acknowledge that throughout that encounter you made several references to Ms. Dikeman and Alexavier's death?
I do.
And you agree that your son was present in and around that scene during that time frame?
He was in the truck.
All right. Does that refresh your recollection, Mr. Pedrin?
Yes, but he was in the truck.
Judge, I think that's where I'll go. Well, you ready?
Judge, if he's agreeing, I don't.
Yeah,
think we
I
need to
mean,
play it.
if he's agreeing, I agree, we don't need to.
Okay. All right, we'll bring the jury back in. You can ask the questions. That was probably being a little too cautious, but that's okay. Everybody may be seated. Go ahead with this line of questioning.
Mr. Pedrin, referencing back to November 11th of 2025, you recall that conversation with the La Crosse Police Department outside of your home?
Yes,
And during that conversation, your son Brantley was outside wandering around as well?
he was outside.
And when Brantley was just feet away from you, you screamed loudly that Josie Dikeman brutally murdered your son?
Yes,
Now, Mr. Pedrin, have you ever purchased marijuana for your daughter Aubrey?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Can we approach?
Please disregard the question. Move on.
So let's talk about Xanax. Your testimony on direct, I believe, was that you would get between 5 to 20 pills at a time. Is that correct?
correct.
And these are pills, tablets, or both?
They're pills.
Are they the breakable bars where you can break off a single dose, or are they pills?
They're the bars.
They're the bars. Okay, so we're talking about the 2-gram bars then.
I don't know what gram they are.
You don't know what dosage of Xanax you were buying?
No,
And Mr. Pedrin, what were you paying per gram?
I don't recall.
You recall what you were paying per order of this Xanax that you were purchasing?
No,
You're saying that you were buying Xanax regularly for Josie and you have no idea what you're paying for it.
I wasn't buying it regularly. It was a handful of times.
And you have no recollection of how much these drugs cost you.
No,
You have no recollection of how many you would pick up, correct?
it was like 5, 10, between 5 and 20 sometimes. I don't.
You have no idea, Mr. Pedrin, what the dosage was of this.
No,
And Mr. Pedrin, you're unfamiliar with the fact that illegal drugs are commonly priced by the grams of potency?
I am.
And you just show up to these drug deals with a wad of cash hoping that you have the right amount.
No,
Now, Mr. Pedrin, who are you buying the drugs from?
One of my buddies,
What's his name?
Justin.
Justin Gonzalez?
Correct.
And the police never asked you that, did they?
They asked about it, but
They never asked you who was supplying you with these illegal drugs? Is
No.
that correct? The claim that you made on direct on Wednesday was that the last time you purchased Xanax would have been around the end of January. Is that correct?
correct.
How many times are you saying you purchased Xanax?
I don't know the exact amount.
More than a dozen?
I don't know.
Your Honor, the testimony was a handful of times.
Well, how many is a handful, Mr. Pedrin?
It was, I don't know.
So your story here is that you're buying this valuable illegal drug for Josie, correct?
Correct.
Only for her,
Correct.
for the woman who had repeatedly rejected your advances.
Advances.
The woman who repeatedly told you that you were done, or you were done, your relationship was over.
Yes.
That the woman who made you sleep in the living room on the couch.
She didn't make me.
The woman who didn't want you sleeping in the same bed with her.
I started sleeping on the couch when we got COVID.
And Mr. Pedrin, you told the police that you'd been sleeping on the couch for over a year when you spoke with investigator Lionfelder in September. Is that correct?
It was about a year.
You didn't have COVID for a year, did you?
No, I just stayed out on the couch.
So, Mr. Pedrin, you bought these valuable illegal drugs for somebody who you described as a terrible partner.
Correct.
You just bought these valuable illegal drugs for somebody that you told law enforcement was just a bitch.
Correct.
You bought these valuable illegal drugs for somebody who you told law enforcement was maintaining a shitty attitude.
Correct.
You bought these valuable illegal drugs for somebody that you beat up because she cooked your hamburger meat.
I don't recall that.
You bought these valuable illegal drugs for somebody that you refused to wash her car when you were going through a fight.
Correct.
And you're doing this all for somebody that you've described as a bitch with a shitty attitude that you weren't in a good relationship with.
We were still in a relationship, so yes, I would buy them.
So your claim here is that Josie would text you when she wanted you to pick up Xanax from Mr. Gonzalez.
She would.
She would not contact Mr. Gonzalez herself. Is that
No.
your claim? So, Mr. Pedrin, the video that we saw on Wednesday of you sitting on the couch talking about Xanax, Josie describes to you that she saw those text messages on your phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Confronted you about buying the drugs, correct?
In her objection, I don't believe that's what the evidence was. She was referring to buying the drugs for somebody else.
Yeah. That's just, yeah, I don't recall exactly. So you're saying it was for somebody else he was buying drugs?
That was her claim in the video.
That was her claim in the video, okay. All right, I don't know. If he doesn't recall, he doesn't recall.
She confronted you about buying the drugs for yourself.
No.
What drugs are we talking about in what video? I think that's the issue here.
We're talking about Xanax.
Correct.
Okay, just a second. What video are you talking about?
This would be State's Exhibit 5, which one was? We have it internally labeled as something else, Judge. I can play a few seconds of it if, yeah. Ours is labeled as 5528, but we can play a couple seconds here and see if we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Quit recording. It is a law. The judge already told you this shit.
No, they didn't.
They told Mark he couldn't record you.
He did not. He said
Yes,
stop
he did.
recording exchanges in front of kids. There's no kids
Quit
in here.
recording me.
No.
I'm not doing shit to you. You're instigating and talking shit. You put on a camera and your whole attitude flips.
You're abusive, Derek.
You are.
And you won't stop
What have
screaming
you been
at
sitting
me.
here calling me
You're screaming
over
at me
my
still.
tax money?
You're screaming at me still.
You're an ignorant
Fuck, dude. Okay.
Your card's right there.
Two can play that fucking game. But I'm not gonna, because I'm not a fucking child like you. I have shit on you. All the text messages to my buddy asking for fucking Xanax for you. Oh yeah, let's do this.
You mean that you bought and
Come on, you
took?
drug addict.
You mean that you bought and took?
Everybody can drug test me anytime they want. I will never have a pill in my system.
That was how long ago, Derek? Of
Let's
course
do
you
it.
don't now. You took
I
them
never
already.
will.
You're a liar.
Everybody that knows me knows I don't even take Tylenol.
Okay. Nice try.
What pills do I take?
Nice try.
What pills?
Nice try.
What pills?
The Xanax you bought. Go through your phone.
Yeah, I don't take pills.
Oh, okay. You just buy them from your
Dude,
friend.
we're done.
Good. Leave me alone.
Look,
That's why I have to record you. You won't leave me alone.
do whatever you want.
All right, we're stopped at 1 minute and 36 seconds. Do you recall that video from Wednesday, Mr. Pedrin?
I do.
And for the record, does the state know which one that was on there?
I do not.
Okay, well,
We'll figure out later.
yeah. All right. And right there is Ms. Dikeman confronting you about going through, Ms. Dikeman saying that she went through your phone, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And she's confronting you about buying and taking Xanax.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, you said a handful of times that Josie would have texted you to get Xanax. Is that correct?
Correct.
So I want to narrow this down a little bit, like a handful of times. Can we say half a dozen, more or less?
Probably more.
Probably more? 10, more or less?
Probably about 10.
Probably about 10. So there should be at least 10 text messages from Josie to you saying, pick me up some Xanax from your buddy, right?
She wouldn't say Xanax like that.
She didn't say anything at all, did she, Mr. Pedrin?
She always asked me to get pills, not only from him, but other people.
And there should be at least 10 text messages asking you to do that.
Yes.
Mr. Pedrin, you're aware that Ms. Dikeman surrendered her phone to Sergeant Williams the day of Alexavier's death.
Yes.
You're aware that that phone has been downloaded in its entirety,
Yes.
that there were tens of thousands of text messages recovered,
Yes.
and not a single one of them was asking you to pick up pills.
Your Honor, objection to speculation. He doesn't know what was on the download.
Well, I'll ask it a different way, Judge. I'll withdraw. Mr. Pedrin, your claim here is that there should be text message proof of these supposed transactions.
Yes.
Did Ms. Dikeman confront you about your drug use in January after Alex broke his leg?
I don't use drugs.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to hearsay.
Yeah. If this is her statement, it is hearsay.
Judge, I would be offering it as both an incited utterance.
In a text message? Yes. How is he going to lay the foundation for either of those in a text message, Your Honor?
Just let's move on. Move on.
All right. Now, on September 8th, you met with Investigator Leinfelder and Special Agent Adam Frederick inside of their vehicle. Is that accurate?
Correct.
And you told them at the very beginning of that interview that you still had the same number and phone from February.
Correct.
And they wanted to meet with you because you were not portrayed favorably in the preliminary hearing in this case.
Correct.
Told you that they needed to think like defense attorneys to get ahead of what might be thrown at you.
I don't recall.
And they asked you about the Xanax purchases. Is that correct?
Correct.
At that point, you told them that the district attorney's office was already aware of that. Is that correct?
Correct.
And they appeared to not know that you had already admitted that in the April meeting. Is that fair?
Correct.
You described that you had a usual order to them. Is that correct?
I don't recall.
They didn't ask you any specifics about what that order or how many pills were to an order, correct?
No.
Didn't ask you about dosage, did they?
No.
They didn't ask you what color the pills were?
No.
They didn't ask you how they were packaged?
No.
They didn't ask you who you were getting them from?
No.
They took you at your word entirely when you said that you just bought them for Josie?
Correct.
Now, in fact, that's what Investigator Leinfelder told you, was that he's not concerned with your drug use.
And I'm
He just wants.
hearsay.
Just saying.
So, Mr. Pedrin, at some point in this conversation, the investigator said they want to see your phone.
I don't recall.
You don't recall them asking to see your telephone at that point?
In the very beginning, they did.
And they said you knew that they wanted to see your phone to try and rule you out from some of these issues with Xanax.
I don't recall.
And Mr. Pedrin, after telling them that you still had the same phone and phone number from February, you told Investigator Leinfelder in response to that you had actually broken the phone. Is that correct?
My phone did get broke.
That's what you told him, right?
Yes.
Just minutes after you told him that you still had that phone.
Correct.
And you didn't offer to even give them the broken phone at that point if it was broken to download.
They didn't ask.
You didn't want them to have your phone, did they?
I didn't care if they had my phone. They didn't ask.
You didn't want them to have evidence of your drug transactions from your phone.
That's false.
There was in fact evidence of drug transactions on your cell phone.
Correct.
And that's the reason, Mr. Pedrin, that you declined to allow them to forensically download it back in February.
No.
Mr. Pedrin, you were offered numerous times, or you were offered on numerous occasions, the ability to forensically download your cell phone and rule yourself out as the source of this Xanax. Is that correct?
They weren't concerned about the Xanax.
You were offered multiple chances to rule yourself out by way of your cell phone, correct?
I told them about the Xanax.
Mr. Pedrin, you were offered multiple chances to rule yourself out by providing your cell phone.
Correct.
And you never did.
They didn't ask for it.
Is that a no?
Correct.
Mr. Pedrin, do you admit to lying to law enforcement about the issue of Xanax?
No.
Did you tell law enforcement that Josie was receiving Xanax from her mother, Rebecca Ehlers?
No.
You're saying that you didn't tell Special Agent Frederick that Josie would pick up Xanax from her mother's pharmacy in Onalaska and get some as a reward for picking them up?
Not Xanax.
You didn't say that? Okay, but you're saying
She got pills from her mother.
You're saying you didn't say that to Special Agent Frederick?
I don't recall what I said.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, I'm going to ask you a series of really direct questions before we get into this, but I just need a yes or a no. Do you or do you not admit to using alprazolam or Xanax before Alex's death?
No.
Do you deny, Mr. Pedrin, taking Xanax while working at Ship Shape Car Wash?
I deny it.
Do you deny, Mr. Pedrin, telling a former coworker at Ship Shape Car Wash that you were taking Xanax before work?
No.
You don't deny that?
No, I deny that.
Mr. Pedrin, do you deny going into the restroom at Ship Shape Car Wash and snorting a white powdered substance in the Ship Shape Car Wash restroom?
No.
And do you admit or deny telling a recent former coworker that you did exactly that?
Deny.
Do you admit or deny telling this recent former coworker that you were using Xanax before your shift began at Ship Shape Car Wash?
Deny.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, you said that, I want to talk about your response to investigators when they began asking about Xanax. So at some point, I assume, you were told that Xanax was at least partially the cause of Alex's death, correct?
That is what I was told.
And Mr. Pedrin, I want to start with what you told the investigators when they asked you about Josie's drug use. Do you recall having that conversation with Investigator Leinfelder and Special Agent Frederick on September 8th?
Yes.
They asked you if Josie had a drug of choice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your response was simply pills, right?
Correct.
You didn't say Xanax, correct?
Correct.
You told them that she kept all of that shit from you, correct?
Correct.
You said that she was getting it from her mom and that Ted guy, correct?
Correct.
You said that you knew she would do hydros, correct?
Correct.
That meaning hydrocodone?
Yes.
You didn't mention Xanax at all in this conversation when they asked you what Josie's drug of choice was.
No.
Now, one of the things that you said was that she got pills from her mother, Becky, correct?
Yes.
You realize, Mr. Pedrin, that Special Agent Frederick has noted that, well, you said that you denied telling Special Agent Frederick that you would get Xanax from her pharmacy. Is that correct?
Whose pharmacy?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to vague. If we can get a date that Mr. Pedrin made this statement.
Same, is this the September 8th date?
It's throughout the investigation, Judge.
Can you point to one instance of it then, Your Honor?
Special Agent Frederick testified at the preliminary hearing that this is what you told him. Was that accurate or not?
Your Honor, he's commenting then on someone else's testimony.
Judge, we're not required to give a specific date for each
It's
individual.
fine.
Yeah.
Just, did he ever say it to the
Yeah.
agent?
Did you ever say it to him?
I guess, yeah.
That was a lie, right?
No.
You realize that Ms. Ehlers has never been prescribed Xanax.
I never said she got Xanax from her mother.
Mr. Pedrin, what you claimed about Ted Colkind was also a lie.
No.
This was a man that Josie and her mother helped take care of, correct?
Correct.
And you realize that Mr. Colkind has never been prescribed Xanax.
I never said she got Xanax from him either.
In fact, Mr. Pedrin, to follow up on some of that cross-examination from Wednesday, you described the patches that you believe to be fentanyl patches in that third interview with Investigator Leinfelder.
Correct.
And what you said about it was that she was wearing some sort of patch, correct?
Correct.
But she wouldn't tell you what it was, correct?
Correct.
There was a Band-Aid over it, correct?
Correct.
And she would say that she got scratched, correct?
Correct.
And from that was how you deduced that, or your belief that she was using fentanyl patches. Is that correct?
She admitted it one time to me.
Mr. Pedrin, that's the very first time we're hearing this. Move to strike, it's not responsive, but that is what you said that is what you said.
That's his response.
Your Honor, it is response.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his response. Will remain in the record. Go
When
ahead.
did she admit it to you, Mr. Pedrin?
She's admitted to getting fentanyl patches from him.
And if Mr. Colkind were to deny that allegation, Mr. Pedrin,
Your Honor,
is
he's
he lying?
asking him to comment on somebody else's statement or testimony.
Sustain. Move on.
Mr. Pedrin, there's no reason to try and point to her mother and Mr. Colkind as the source of this Xanax if you weren't concerned that you were the source.
I never said she got Xanax from them too.
Mr. Pedrin, the last time that you picked up Xanax was much closer to Alex's death than the end of January.
I don't remember when it was.
Would have been February 9th.
Okay.
Yes?
I don't recall.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, as of February 9th, your relationship with Josie was terrible, correct?
Correct.
But you admit that people are contacting you as of that day for scripts.
I don't recall.
Record exhibit 222.
Pedrin, despite not providing your cell phone for a download, you realize that investigators got a search warrant for text messages going back several days before Alex's death?
Correct.
And that Verizon returned a search warrant for those text messages, correct?
Correct.
Showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 2. Mr. Pedrin, which number on here is yours? I'm asking you for your phone number, sir.
That one.
Five 8956.
Yes.
All right. I am highlighting a section here. As of February 9th at 13:44, your request, you're being asked, still have scripts.
That is my phone number. I asked.
Mr. Pedrin, I'm looking at the terminating and the originating message. So the originating message is the other number. Do you see that?
Yes.
And your response to the question of still have scripts is, I will let you know in 10, correct?
Correct.
You were picking up, scripts means prescriptions, right, Mr. Pedrin?
Correct.
You're picking up prescriptions for somebody in 10 minutes, correct?
Correct.
Never disclosed this conversation with law enforcement, did you?
No.
In fact, what you told law enforcement was that the last time that you got prescriptions supposedly for Josie was the end of January.
It was.
Offer Exhibit 222.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Steve?
Move to publish.
I don't know why
No.
we need to publish this, Judge.
Just reviewed it, so go ahead.
Go ahead and publish. Or go
No,
ahead.
no, move forward and don't publish. Let's go forward.
That was 2 days before Alex died.
Correct.
All the questions I have, Judge.
Okay, rather than, I think they can probably speed it up. Rather than starting the redirect right now, I think we'll try to take, let's take a lunch break. We'll try to start right at 1 rather than 1:15. Again, don't talk about the case. Lunch might be a few minutes late, just so you know. We'll come at noon. We'll see you then, okay? Mr. Pedrin, you can step down if you want to. Go ahead. All right. Just back on the record. Okay. Just a few things to clarify for the record. There was that sidebar we had really early on. It's going to be hard to keep everything track, but there was one earlier sidebar that was objection to hearsay that I allowed there to be a little test. We refreshed the memory of Mr. Pedrin before the jury came back. The jury was out. Wait, am I getting the right one? He was denying the SD cards question. And then once he testified, he said he didn't deny it. In the end, there wasn't an issue. Am I remembering this correctly? Or is that different sidebar?
That was a different sidebar, Judge.
That was a different sidebar.
You summarized that one correctly.
Okay. Then there was an earlier one which had to do with it was about Exhibit 210. It was the text exchange between the defendant and him. I allowed the defense just to put it in context, and that's more or less what happened. Is State agreed that that's what happened in that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then there was the other sidebar, which we talked about the reviewing of the video, which he did. It was the incident from November of 2025, which the court has excluded, but we used it to refresh his recollection. He said once he saw it was refreshed, the jury came back in, and he said then he remembered it. Anything else that we should put on the record on those sidebars? There were some other objections, but I don't know if they were significant enough. I don't know if the state recalls. Anything else you want to put on the record?
No, Your Honor, I think we're good.
Okay. And defense?
Your Honor, just to make an offer of proof on the text messages that the court excluded as hearsay, I believe that they would have been admissible both as present sense impressions and excited utterances, particularly with Ms. Dikeman telling Derek, if you take Alex out of here, everything is on the table to CPS. He needs to be at home healing, not getting drunk and high with you. And then the subsequent text message that I would have offered was a text exchange where she says that she's so sick of his lifestyle with exclamation points, saying that people are coming to he's inviting people over because he wants to get drunk and high. That would have been the following day on January 20th of 2023. Just making an offer of proof as to what I would have introduced at that point.
Court excluded. I don't know if I don't believe they fit into those exceptions you were saying there.
The other.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing we should put on the record is that I didn't have it right at my fingertips, but the two convictions that Mr. Pedrin entered no contest pleas to were in La Crosse County case 22CF905, count 2 being domestic battery, count 3 being domestic disorderly conduct. He was given a sentence of time served at that point with costs remitted.
I thought we were going to put that into a stipulation, Judge.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on the record. We can do that.
And I would just ask that we include the date of conviction.
Right. What was the date of conviction? Do you happen to see that?
October 25th of 2023.
It's up to you. You can put it in writing if you'd like, and we'll stick it in a stipulation. Let's not forget. All right. One last comment. I know I'm frustrated with this process. I'm not frustrated at the state. I'm not just frustrated at the defense. I'm frustrated with the process, okay? It's been a very difficult testimony. I want to move it along. That's all I'm trying to do. Having said that, we will see you at 1 o'clock, a couple minutes before, 5 before, if you could. We'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you.
doesn't want to work. All right. All right, all the parties are back in the courtroom. Just before we begin, I'd ask the gallery, please do not be talking because it distracts for the jury. We've gotten a complaint that they hear chatter and it's distracting. Please be quiet. You're close enough that they can hear you. Hopefully they can't distinguish what you're saying. So please do not talk in here. If you need to talk, go outside. I'm trying not to be rude. It's just, even little comments can be, we want things to be done appropriately. So, all right. Anything we need to talk about before we begin from the state's perspective?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, can I just get a few exhibits from the clerk
Why
before
don't
you
you-
bring the jury in?
Yeah, why don't you do
Go
that?
a little faster. Thank you.
Once they're ready. Once they are ready. And then all ready to come out. Oh, why don't I just tell you this now while she's getting attorney was doing this. I'm trying to make arrangements to clear next Wednesday at this point for my OWI court, so we have all day Wednesday. I haven't made arrangements. I have made arrangements, I'll say, so that we will have all day Wednesday. I probably should have done that originally, but I thought anyway, it doesn't matter. So Wednesday is clear.
All set, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Bring them in once they're all ready to come in. All right, thanks.
Judge, one housekeeping.
Oh, wait, hold on a second, Terry. One moment.
Sorry.
One moment. Go ahead, close the door. Okay, yeah?
Judge, I was informed that I offered Exhibit 212 and the exhibit I was handling was the 213. I just wanted to make sure that I offered all of the exhibits for the purposes used.
We got them all? All right, we apparently have them all received. For the purposes used, there were some that were not received as evidence. They were just received for whatever the purpose they were. Okay. All right. Sounds like we have them. Okay, they're all right. Everybody may be seated. Oh, let's bring in Mr. Pedrin, yes. All right, why don't we commence with the redirect? Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Derek, I'm going to hand you a stack of exhibits we're going to go through. I'll let you know which one as we go through them, okay? Is that a yes?
Yes. Sorry.
And Derek, I want to start with 222. It should be the top on that stack there. Are these the text messages that you discussed with Attorney Zachar towards the end of your testimony?
Yes.
And are these the text messages that reference a script?
Yes.
Are these text messages between you and somebody that you work with?
I don't recall.
You don't recognize that phone number?
No.
Do you know what they're asking for when they're saying still have scripts?
No.
After that, testified to that you said, I will let you know in 10, correct?
Right.
And then what do they say next?
Objection, hearsay, Judge.
Coming in for rule of completeness, Your Honor.
Overruled, go ahead.
The second to last line.
K.
Go ahead, sorry, I was speaking over you.
It says K.
And then is there another message sent from them approximately 45 minutes later?
Correct.
And what does that message say?
That's a long 10.
Is there something at the end of that message too?
Yeah, it's like laughing. Ha
You never answered that person, correct?
Correct.
Did you ever meet up with somebody related to that conversation?
No.
Derek, can I have you pull out Exhibit 202? Do you have it in front of you?
Yes.
And is this a transcript from your interview with law enforcement on February 21st of 2023?
Yes.
Do you remember from Wednesday being asked some questions by Attorney Zachar about a time when Alex lost a cat from his tooth?
Yes.
And did Attorney Zachar use the phrase that your reaction was to try shoving the cat back on his tooth? Do you remember that?
Yes.
He also asked whether you had said to investigators that you had done that in that February 21st, 2023 interview, correct?
Correct.
Just to reference it, Derek, if I can have you turn to page 21 of that transcript.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk specifically about lines 920 through 923. In that portion of the interview, did you tell investigators, I tried to put it back on, but I'm not a dentist?
Correct.
What did you mean by that you tried to put it back on?
Like it had just fell off, so it looked like you could slide it back on, and that's what I tried to do.
Okay. Did you say anything about being forceful about putting the cat back onto his tooth?
No.
Did you say anything about shoving it into Alex's mouth?
No.
I can have you turn now to Exhibit 205, Derek. It should be some Facebook messages between you and Ms. Dikeman.
Okay.
Do you remember Attorney Zachar asking you some questions about these messages back on Wednesday?
Yes.
And are these messages dated January 19th, 2023?
Correct.
And is the last thing that Ms. Dikeman says in that exchange, he isn't being safe, which is going to fall back on us with CPS?
Correct.
The statement, that's going to fall back on us with CPS, that's about consequences, right?
I don't recall.
Does Ms. Dikeman like when CPS is involved with your family?
No.
Why not?
Beyond the scope of cross relevance.
Overruled.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure why.
How would you observe her reacting when there was either a threat of CPS being involved or when CPS was involved?
She'd get upset.
How would she show she was upset?
She'd just get mad about it, not let them really do their job.
Not let CPS do their job? Why not?
She wouldn't really cooperate with them, talk to them very much.
I'm going to have you move now to Exhibit 213, Derek. And this is a transcript of a recorded call with Jenna Love. Do you have that in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. And before I ask any questions about that, the conversations you had with Attorney Zachar related to recorded calls with Jenna, were those calls happening while she was still incarcerated?
Yes.
And Ms. Love was released sometime in the spring of 2023, correct?
Yes, she was released sometime in March.
Attorney Zachar asked you about your ability to have contact with Jenna in order to set up contact between Jenna and Alex. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he referenced some of these recorded calls that he had reviewed between you and Jenna. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Before Alex died, were you having contact with Jenna while
No.
she was incarcerated?
No.
And why not?
There was a no contact placed.
And did you set up that no contact?
I did not.
Who did?
Action, lack of foundation, hearsay, speculation.
Sustain.
Your Honor, if the statements are coming from a hearsay exception, how is that hearsay? That's my question, I guess. Oh, he knows it's hearsay when he doesn't know who made the statements.
He doesn't know who made the statements.
Attorney Zachar is objecting to hearsay. It may be a hearsay exception.
That's possible. What's the exception?
Party opponent, Your Honor.
Okay. If it's a statement, go ahead. Overruled then.
Did Ms. Dikeman ever tell you that she had set up the no contact?
She had one placed with her, but she did not tell me, but we knew it was because of that.
Your Honor, hearsay, move to strike.
I didn't understand the answer, so I'm not sure I understand who did what, no contact.
Your Honor, I'll move on.
Okay.
Move to strike.
It'll be struck because it's unclear.
At some point, was the no contact between you and Jenna lifted?
Yes,
Did you have to go through a process to lift that no contact?
I did.
What was that process?
I had to call down to Missouri and talk to multiple people.
Do you know when you made that happen?
It took some time to actually get it lifted, but it was, I don't recall the exact date.
Was it after Alex died?
Yes,
Did you try to have it lifted before Alex died?
I did not,
Why not?
because I knew when she got home I'd talk to her anyway.
Taking you back to Exhibit 213 now, Derek, is this a transcript of a short clip of a conversation between you and Jenna?
Yes,
And does this specific transcript reference cameras?
yes,
And were you discussing seeing people coming and going from your house in those cameras?
she asked if I could see people coming and going.
And was that in reference to the fact that you had access to the outside cameras?
Yes,
In reference to the calls you recorded with law enforcement, Derek, you remember that you saw a clip of a video from when that occurred today?
yes,
And it did appear there was an officer sitting next to you, correct?
Yes,
And in that video you were shown, you could only hear your side of the call, correct?
correct.
Were other officers involved in that process that day?
Yes.
How were they involved?
They were sitting in their truck listening to both sides.
Right. And where is that truck located?
In the front of my cousin's house. Right on the street.
Right in front of where you were sitting
Yeah,
on the
you
porch?
could see the truck in the video.
I'm going to jump to the Walmart video we watched, Derek. Do you remember seeing that today?
Yes.
Have you seen that video before?
No.
Having seen that video, do you believe you were driving to and from work that day?
I don't recall. No.
Okay. Was that van we saw in the video your family's van?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So it's possible you did drive to and from work that day?
I don't recall.
Okay. Why don't you remember if you drove to work specifically on that day?
I don't remember driving to work that day.
Did you take a specific, or did you get to work to and from work in a specific way consistently on a day-to-day basis?
Not consistently. It was different ways.
Depending on the circumstances of the day?
Yeah.
Someone else needed the vehicle?
That, or I'd take my motorcycle.
Do you remember seeing the photo of a soiled pair of child's underwear in the shower?
I do.
Do you know definitively whose underwear that belongs to?
I do not.
Several little boys in your house about that time period, correct?
Yes.
Do you know when that picture was taken?
I do not.
On Wednesday, Derek, Attorney Zachar asked you about your testimony in direct examination about the fact that you thought Ms. Dikeman treated Alex significantly different. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Then he went through what you had reported to law enforcement previously about her treatment of Alex in those early months of the investigation. Do you remember that?
Yes.
During those interviews, you were talking about the information you had at that time, correct?
Correct.
And between those interviews 3 years ago and your testimony yesterday, did you gain information about how Ms. Dikeman treated Alex significantly different than the other children?
I did.
And were there long periods of time in those months leading up to Alex's death where you really weren't around a lot?
Correct.
And is your testimony at this trial based on everything you've learned since those initial months of the investigation?
Yes.
Derek, I'm going to have you turn now to Exhibit 207, please. I might not have given you that one, Derek.
No, I don't have that one.
Do you have a interview or transcript of the interview from September 8th in front of you? I may have the wrong exhibit on mine.
I don't.
talking about that. Like, yeah, I thought I gave that. Up there in the lectern there, Emily.
Nope, it's not. Is it okay if I throw it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
It looks like we all have a different exhibit number for it. Exhibit 208, that was the issue. So just for the record, the transcript of interview with Derek L. Pedrin on September 8th, 2023 is exhibit 208. Do you remember seeing this transcript on Wednesday, Derek?
Yes.
And I believe just before Attorney Zachar asked you about this transcript, he referenced your February 21st of 2023 interview with law enforcement. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. But this transcript is actually from your September 8th interview with law enforcement, correct?
It says, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair to say there's a number of different interviews in this case.
Yes.
And on Wednesday, do you remember Attorney Zachar asking you to agree that you were lying about Josie wearing a fentanyl patch?
Yes.
And when he asked you about that, and specifically what you told law enforcement, he read part of this transcript back to you. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to have you turn to page 17, Derek. And starting at line 767 through line 800, do you remember reviewing this portion of your interview from the transcript?
Yes.
And in reviewing that, can you now recall when you were talking to investigators on this day, did you include as part of your interview that you thought it could have been a fentanyl or a morphine patch?
I did.
Okay, and why weren't you sure?
Because I don't use them.
Okay. Do you remember Attorney Zachar also asking you whether you told investigators it was a nicotine patch?
Yes.
Were you shown anything from that September 8th interview transcript or any other interview transcript where you said it was a nicotine patch?
No.
Or that it could have been a nicotine patch?
No.
In the videos we watched, you made several references to Josie wearing a patch or a fentanyl patch, correct?
Correct.
And what, if anything, did you notice about how she was wearing the patch you thought may have been fentanyl or something like that?
I'm going to object. I'm not sure how this is relevant to the issue beyond.
Overruled. You can talk about where the patch was.
Go ahead.
She has a tattoo on her chest right here, and she would put it there and then put a Band-Aid over it.
Why didn't you think it was just a nicotine patch?
Because people don't put nicotine patches there.
Okay.
And she smoked.
And it was your testimony that she was getting these patches from Ted, correct?
Correct.
Can adults purchase their own nicotine patches?
Yes.
Derek, I'm going to have you turn now to Exhibit 202.
Okay.
And is this the transcript of the interview you did with law enforcement on February 21st of 2023?
Yes.
And if you can turn, Derek, to page 43. You there?
Yes.
Okay. Specifically, I'm going to direct your attention to the portion that starts at line 1941. Is this the portion of the interview where you talked to law enforcement about the incident that was taped in the car in May of 2022?
Yes.
And do you remember Attorney Zachar asking you some questions about this today?
Yes.
And did he specifically ask you questions about you admitting to punching, hitting, or kicking Alex during that questioning? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And so, Derek, what they asked you is, did you ever punch, kick, hit Alex outside of normal discipline and then they kind of go off, like a spanking? Is that correct?
Correct.
So they're asking about things outside of discipline, is that correct?
Correct.
Can discipline include words in your experience?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes when you were mad at the kids, would you yell at them?
Yes.
And could you take that too far?
Yes.
Then you take yelling to a pretty extreme place in a lot of those videos, correct?
Correct.
And you told law enforcement, yeah, there was one time I flew off the handle a little bit, but that was the last time and it was a long time ago. Is that correct?
Correct.
And when they asked you what you did you give this explanation? He kept trying to jump out of the vehicle, so I put him in his seat and then buckled him and then just yelled at him to stay there because she would try to take him to school. And when we would argue, he would always try to cling to me. I was his comfort. So when we would argue, he tried to cling to me. Well, then one day when he was doing that and he tried to hop out of the vehicle and then they stop and ask you, and the vehicle's still moving, and you said, yeah, she was backing out the driveway and he tried to jump out. Like, dude, you have to go to school. I have to go to work. That was the only time, though. Is that correct?
Correct.
Did law enforcement then ask you, okay, and you grabbed him and put him back and then buckled him back in? And then you responded, yep?
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, they asked again, was there any time that you punched or kicked him? And that's when you said, no, I don't think so, correct?
Correct.
And then asked if you hit him with something, and you said no, correct?
Correct.
So when you told law enforcement about that incident, did you admit there to punching or kicking or hitting or strangling Alex?
No.
You were honest with law enforcement, though, about there was a time where you think you took it too far with Alex, correct?
Yes.
And
correct.
that was your description of the situation.
Correct.
And it sounds pretty bad on that video, right?
Correct.
You were angry, correct?
Correct.
He was upset and crying.
Correct.
But did you hit him or kick him or strangle him
No.
during that that incident?
No.
Derek, do you recall Attorney Zachar asking you several times about your statements to law enforcement about getting Josie Xanax pills from her mother's prescription?
Yes.
And it's your testimony that you didn't tell law enforcement that, correct?
Correct.
Did Attorney Zachar show you either a police report or a transcript of one of your interviews referencing that you made that claim to law enforcement?
No.
I'm going to object, like the state would have objected to hearsay on that basis. We can get into it with the witness, but I don't think that's a proper question.
Sustain.
Have you ever seen a strike that? Derek, would Ms. Dikeman act differently when she was using Xanax?
Yes.
What did you observe about her acting differently?
Action beyond the scope of cross.
Denying that she ever used it, Judge, and he can provide testimony as to that.
Yeah, overruled.
Go ahead.
Can you repeat?
Yeah. How would she act differently?
Would make her like kind of drunk, like drowsy.
To take the edge off?
I believe so.
Okay. What did you observe about that when you say drunk or drowsy?
She just was like, I wouldn't say like stumbling or anything like that, but like you can, when someone's under the influence of something, you can tell.
Would she treat you better when she was taking pills?
Not really.
Did she rely on you to get her Xanax?
Yes.
Derek, have you ever been offered anything in exchange for your cooperation with law enforcement's investigation or for your testimony in this case?
No.
And are you asserting any type of privilege related to your conversations with other people involved in this case?
No.
So speaking, specifically to Laura Lee, she can come in here and testify about anything she wants to, correct?
Yes.
And we heard about your convictions entered from October of 2023, correct?
Correct.
When did you and Laura Lee get married?
November 8th.
And do you remember Attorney Zachar referencing in his cross-examination of you that you married Laura Lee a week after they named you as an alternative source of Alexavier's injuries?
Judge, I object mischaracterizing. I think I said about 2 weeks after.
Just correct a week or two, whatever.
Do you recall, Derek, if the convictions for your crimes were or occurred before you knew about the defense filing that motion?
Correct.
We're going to move to November of 2025, Derek, okay?
Right.
Do you remember testifying about making comments in front of law enforcement about Ms. Dikeman killing your son?
Yes.
And that your son Brantley was in the vicinity of the area when you were making those comments, is that correct?
Yes.
Can you specifically tell me, from what you recall, where you were in relationship to where Brantley was?
I was too focused on talking to the police. There was quite a few of them there. I know he was in or around Laura Lee's truck at that point.
Okay. You don't recall if he was in the vehicle or outside the vehicle?
I was dealing with law enforcement.
Okay. And are your feelings related to what you believe Ms. Dikeman did to Alex something you feel passionate about?
Yes.
You admitted that you made several comments about wanting her prosecuted, correct?
Correct.
And why did you make those comments?
Because I want justice for my son.
Is it anything related to escaping your own guilt over the situation?
No.
And these comments made possibly within earshot of Brantley in November of 2025, was that before or after his forensic interviews in this case?
After.
Several years after?
Yes.
Brantley had already made statements to law enforcement about what he saw and heard in that house?
Correct.
And were the comments you made about Ms. Dikeman after you found out the circumstances related to Alex's death that came out through the investigation?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yes. Were the comments you made about Ms. Dikeman and wanting her prosecuted related to information, or were they after you found out information related to the circumstances of Alex's death?
Yes.
Pretty recent, in fact?
Yes.
Derek, we went through and we've discussed a lot of text messages already, correct?
Correct.
A lot of these messages are from 3 years ago.
Correct.
Would you and Ms. Dikeman text back and forth a lot throughout the day?
Sometimes, yes.
I think Attorney Zachar already talked about kind of the volume of the messages reviewed, correct?
Correct.
And 3 years is a long time.
Correct.
Have you done your best to try to remember everything to the best of your recollection?
Yes.
Do you consider not remembering something different than telling a lie?
Yes.
And have you done your best today and on Wednesday to testify to the best of your recollection?
I have.
Derek, I want to go back just briefly now and discuss some of those previous violent instances with Ms. Dikeman, okay?
Okay.
We've discussed quite a bit the March 2019 incident from inside the city of La Crosse, correct?
Correct.
And you admitted you had been drinking during that incident.
Correct.
Quite heavily.
Correct.
And you were violent with Josie during that incident.
Correct.
And you've been truthful about that with us, correct?
Correct.
And you fled from the scene of that incident right before police arrived, correct?
Correct.
We also discussed and saw the videos from the November of 2022 incident. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And I believe the testimony from the videos and from you is that you had been drinking all day. Is that correct?
Correct.
And on that occasion, you had gotten violent with Josie, correct?
Correct.
We saw Alex in those videos.
Correct.
And was that pretty tough to see?
Yes.
Do you regret acting that way in front of Alex?
Yes.
Were you violent with Alex in any way that day?
No.
And you fled from the residence that day after you found out that Josie had called the police, correct?
Correct.
Now, specifically, Derek, about the February 6, 2023 incident, you should have exhibit number 7 in front of you. Is that your time card?
Yes.
Okay. And were you working on February 6, 2023?
I was not.
Okay. You were drinking that day, correct?
Correct.
And that was the night we saw in the video where you called Josie a whore and pulled the curtain in her doorway down, correct?
Correct.
She then called the police, right?
Correct.
And as the police arrived at your residence, did you exit the house and run up the hill behind your residence?
I did.
If I can have you look again at exhibit 7, Derek, I'm going to talk specifically about February 10th now, okay?
Okay.
And your testimony's already been that you were working that day, correct?
Correct.
And after you got home, you've seen now it looks like you were at Walmart, correct?
Correct.
Got home maybe around 5:30, correct?
Correct.
And but any time between that time you got home and law enforcement arrived, or before you left the residence, I'll say, were you violent with Josie?
No.
Were you violent with any of the other children?
No.
What did you do in that span of time that you were home?
I got him a bucket for her. I got her a bucket for him to throw up in with a bag. And I started cleaning up the kitchen and the dining room area. And that's when I seen the squad car pull up in the driveway.
Did you use any substances that day when you were home?
No.
Okay. And I'm speaking about substances other than alcohol.
No.
Okay. And were you pretty calm that day?
Yes.
When police arrived, were you intoxicated?
No.
And you said you saw the squad pull into that driveway. Did you try to flee the house?
No.
You did hide at first,
I did
correct?
hide, but I did not flee.
Okay. And in fact, what did you do when Ms. Dikeman said that they were going to come into the house when you were hiding?
I turned myself in.
What do you mean by that? What did you do specifically?
I came downstairs. I came out of where I was hiding and came down the stairs and went to the back door and asked the cop if I could smoke a cigarette quick. And we walked to his car, which was in the apartment building next door's parking lot, and I called my boss, and he handcuffed me and took me to jail.
Thank you, Derek. I have nothing further.
Recross.
Just a few, Your Honor.
I use my own.
Mr. Pedrin, you were just asked whether or not Josie was upset that CPS was involved in your lives. Is that correct?
Yes,
You didn't particularly care for CPS being involved in your lives either, did you?
I didn't care for it, no, but
In fact, Josie was upset when you didn't give CPS the entire truth about what was going on at home.
I don't recall that.
You recall her telling you that she was upset because you lied to the CPS lady about strangling her?
No.
That in a second. So the photo of the underwear, Mr. Pedrin, there are 3 little boys in and around the house at that point, correct?
Correct.
So that would be Alex, right?
Correct.
Major?
Correct.
And Brantley, correct?
Correct.
The only little boy who was feeling sick on February 10th was Alex.
I don't recall.
He's the only one that you got a bucket for so they could throw up in, correct?
Correct.
Not the other 2 boys, correct?
Correct.
In fact, you actually talked to Brantley on that jail call when you called Josie from custody, correct?
Correct.
And Major went to Josie's mother's home, correct?
I don't know where he went.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, I want to go back to your comments about the car video, and I just want to go through the rest of this transcript here. Thanks. But first, we will go to this.
Exhibit 223.
Mr. Pedrin, you testified that you didn't remember whether or not Josie was upset with you for not sharing with CPS about the violence in the home. Is that correct?
Correct.
And if I showed you a message that she sent to you, would that refresh your recollection?
Good.
I'll show you that's been marked as 223.
I don't recall that conversation.
You don't recall that conversation? You don't recall Josie confronting you about the fact, then to the CPS lady, you lie and say you didn't choke me? I'm getting real fucking sick of you lying about that night.
I don't recall that conversation.
You think you can just put your hands on me and then lie about it?
I'm going to object. I think we're outside the scope of what his question was.
I'm going to offer 223. I think it meets multiple hearsay exceptions, and it's a recorded recollection.
Again, the recorded recollection, unless Attorney Zachar can show me some law on that, I don't think fits this. I think he already got in, and I didn't object to the portion about the CPS lady. I'm trying to get this to move along, Judge. I'm going to object to the rest of it.
I'm going to sustain the latter part. You can keep the first part in. Go ahead.
Okay. Offer 223 for the purposes used.
Okay. Received.
So, Mr. Pedrin, I'm going to go back then to Exhibit 202, which is the transcript that Ms. Rude was just asking you about. And I just want to clarify I'm going to come up to you, I'm going to read this with you. And I just want to make sure that we're on the same page about this language here, okay? Page 43, starting at line 1941. You were asked, quote, did you ever punch, hit, kick Alex outside of normal discipline for like a spanking, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Correct.
Your response, quote, yeah, there was one time I flew off the handle a little bit, but that was the last time and it was a long time ago, end quote. Is that correct?
Correct.
And this was the incident in the vehicle that you were describing, correct?
Correct.
Now, Mr. Pedrin, your testimony was that yelling at your children is not abuse in your eyes, correct?
I didn't say it wasn't abuse.
Well, you said that all the yelling and screaming that was happening in many of those videos wasn't your definition of abuse, correct?
I didn't say it wasn't abuse.
Do you agree that what happened in that vehicle was abuse?
I was yelling at him.
And Mr. Pedrin, the response that you gave was that you flew off the handle a little bit in response to a question about whether you punched, hit, kicked Alex outside of normal discipline like a spanking.
Correct.
So I want to go over the chronology here again, just briefly as to when you get home. So you say you get home around 5:30 or so. We've established that, correct?
Correct.
And when you go home, you get a bucket for Alex, correct?
Correct.
And after that, you say that you were cleaning up the kitchen and the living room area, correct?
Yes.
And you did that for approximately an hour and a half then?
Correct.
Separately, please.
Your Honor, is it okay if I approach the clerk just to see what numbers are put on each of these?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to later, so I know.
Thank you. So, Mr. Pedrin, you're aware that photographs were taken of the kitchen area after Alex's death?
Correct.
And Mr. Pedrin, your testimony here today is that you spent about an hour and a half of your time cleaning that area of the house?
Not just the kitchen. I had started to clean the kitchen.
I'm going to show you a picture of the kitchen here, Mr. Pedrin. It's been marked as Exhibit 226. Does that appear to be the kitchen area?
Yes.
Offer 226, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor, I would have no objection to the admission and publication of these. If that's Attorney Zachar's plan. You can just put them on the Elmo to show Mr. Pedrin.
Okay.
Yep, offer 224, 225 as well then.
Okay, 224 and 225 will all be received and can be published.
All right. So, publishing Exhibit 226. Is this a view of the kitchen area?
It is.
Looks like there's some clutter on the floor as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
Looks like there are items and trash on the floor.
Correct.
Looks like there's plenty of food stocked up on the shelves as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
shown, it's been marked as Exhibit 225. This is a photo of the kitchen floor area by the refrigerator.
Yes.
And it appears that there's trash and cigarette butts on the floor of the kitchen you were cleaning.
Correct.
225.
Yeah, I understand, sorry.
224 I'm showing. This is a view of the kitchen as well.
Correct.
Looks like some toys and dirty clothing and a leaf on the floor as well.
Correct.
And going back to 226, Mr. Pedrin, this is a fairly compact kitchen. Would you agree with that?
Correct.
You're saying that in the 90 minutes or so that you were cleaning this area, it looked like that at the point that you were arrested.
Objection, Your Honor. Photo wasn't taken at the point he was arrested.
It looked like that the following day.
I wasn't there.
This is what
I had not started cleaning the kitchen yet when the cop pulled into my driveway.
Mr. Pedrin, did you not just testify minutes ago that you began cleaning the kitchen?
And dining room area.
Did you not just say that?
Correct.
The rest of the house was also quite messy. Would you agree?
That house was always a mess.
Would you agree with me that you don't run from the police every time that you've encountered the police?
I run from them quite frequently.
Hasn't happened every time, right?
Not every time.
Didn't happen in November, correct?
Which incident?
November of 2025.
That wasn't his testimony, Your Honor.
Say that what?
That wasn't his testimony.
Judge, if the state was trying to establish habit here, I'm just providing counterexamples.
Okay, of him not running?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, I'll ask the question.
Yeah. You agree that there are instances where you've interacted with the police where you have not run from the police, correct?
Correct.
And there are many times when you have run from the police, is that correct?
Correct.
So, Mr. Pedrin, do you agree with me that it is not a rational reason to get married if you are trying to do so in order to prevent somebody from sharing information?
Do I agree with you?
Yes.
I agree with that.
Going back to Exhibit 222, I'm going to publish here. We've gone through all this anyways.
Go ahead.
Mr. Pedrin, somebody else is contacting you for scripts, correct?
Correct.
And you're telling us that you don't know who that person was.
I do not.
You don't know what scripts they were contacting you for.
I do not.
How many scripts were you distributing, Mr. Pedrin?
None. I knew people that were.
And you said, I will let you know in 10, correct?
Correct.
Indicating that you had a source potentially close by to distribute whatever prescription this person was looking for, correct?
I wouldn't say close by.
10 minutes isn't close by?
I said that's when I would get a hold of them again.
I will let you know in 10, correct?
Correct.
This was February 9th, correct?
Correct.
2 days before Alex died.
Correct.
Were you helping to distribute medications beyond Xanax?
No.
So you're saying it only would have been Xanax the script was referring to then?
I don't recall.
You don't recall? You just said that you weren't distributing anything else. Xanax is the only other option, correct, Mr. Pedrin?
If people got a hold of me for stuff, I knew people that could get it.
He asked you if you had any scripts.
I don't have any.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Any
Just briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Pedrin, I think in that last line of questioning about your text messages, you said sometimes you would talk to people that you worked with about that kind of thing, correct? About
Not that I worked with.
Okay. Do you know somebody named Andrew Bjorkman?
I do.
Is he somebody who you work with?
He is.
How long have you known him?
17 years, 18 years.
And does he still work with you?
He does.
Do you have a good relationship?
When I see him, he's our maintenance guy.
Okay. Has he ever reached out to you about getting prescription drugs for him?
I don't recall.
Or did you at some point in time have access to or know anybody who could provide Adderall or another ADHD drug?
Yes.
What was the source of that?
I don't recall.
Was it a prescription that somebody in your family received or something else?
I used to be able to get it from Jenna. There's other people.
So that is something in the past that you may have done a transaction for?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Any recross?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're finally done. You may step down at this point in time. Okay.
Mr. Pedrin relieved from his subpoena and sequestration.
Judge, I'm going to maintain my subpoena, but I agree that consistent with the sequestration order, he's relieved from sequestration.
Okay, we're going to take a break, so we'll talk about that for a bit, Mr. Pedrin. If you can just step outside for a second, and then we'll talk about. So he's relieved from the state's subpoena, and then the sequestration. We'll talk about that in a second, okay? So I'm going to take a break. It's good time. It's about an hour's worth. We'll have you back in as soon as you're ready, 10, 15 minutes, whenever you're ready. Everybody may be seated. Just wait till I do it. Just want to say, I realize I said that at the end. I was trying to say that to him because I felt bad for the fact he's been on for 2.5 days. I hope that wasn't misinterpreted.
I didn't
even catch it.
I just said you're finally done. That's all I said to him.
We probably all feel that
way.
Yeah. I said that, and now I'm starting to think about it. I was like, I didn't mean to imply anything other than.
I didn't even hear it, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as sequestration order, of course, what I've agreed is that Mr. Pedrin can sit in now for the remainder of the trial. Was there any other?
My request is that he remain ordered to not discuss the testimony in the trial with others.
That's correct. That he's allowed to come into the courtroom, but he can't talk about the testimony, of course, with anybody else. But as I ruled earlier, he's a victim of the case, so I feel he does have a right to view the remainder of the trial. So having said that, let's take about a 10, 15-minute break. Is there, wait, before I do that, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You had a look on your face for a moment. I was like, oh, I'm missing something. Mr. Zachar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. We'll see you back in about 10, 15 minutes.
You know how you guys are up next?
Probably the February 10th response.
Oh, sure.